Fe fydd dros 40 o gemau byw gan sgorio eleni, gyda sylwebeth Gymraeg a Saesneg ar bob un. Gyda nifer o'r gemau ar gael i'w gwylio ar blatfformau digidol sgorio.
I wylio ar clic, gwasanaeth ar alw S4C, chwiliwch am dudalen sgorio. Unwaith i'r darllediad ddechrau, bydd modd dewis sylwebeth Gymraeg neu Saesneg.
Bydd modd gwylio'r gêm o sylwebeth Gymraeg ar gael ar dudalen Facebook sgorio, neu sylwebeth Saesneg ar dudalen YouTube sgorio. Fe fydden nhw'n cyhoeddi dolenni i gyfeirio i'r mannau priodol cyn y gêm.
Cofiwch bod cyfoeth o gynnwys digidol cyson ar gael ac ar alw gan sgorio.
Sy'n caniatáu i chi dilyn pob cic, tackle a gôl o Gynghreiriau Cymru.
Mae'n rhoi 110 y cant I fi heddiw.
Job dda. Screwfix yn nodi Pêl-droed ar S4C.
Ac Alex Jones, y capten, sy'n rhoi Fflint ar y blaen. Wood yn sgorio I ben y bont. Wood, fe ath i'r chwith y tro cynta. A'n taro'r bar! Mae'n mynd I gymryd cicio o'r sgotyn I wahanu'r tîmoedd. Mar yn sgorio, mae'n 2-1 i'r Fflint. Mae'n rhaid I Evans I sgorio. Ac mae'n I methu! A mae Fflint yn mynd I rownd derfynol y gemau ail gyfle.
Di fod unwaith, mae Met Caerdydd erioed wedi ennill yma ar yr ofal, ond yn arwydd o cael yn rownd gyn derfynol y gemau ail gyfle. 2 blynedd yn ôl. Thomas! A Mike Hayes oedd yno I droi y bêl I mewn. A'r 2 dîm gogweddol fydd yn chwarae yn rownd derfynol y gemau ail gyfle. Caernarfon yn erbyn y Fflint.
Croeso I dre'r cofis, yma na groeso cynnes yma heddi hefyd. Y dre'n llawn dop, bolia bawb yn llawn dop, diolch i'r oil fwyd. A mae yna gêm fach blasus iawn ar yr ofal, ar eich cyfer chi. Caernarfon yn erbyn y Fflint, rownd derfynol, gemau ail gyfle, uwch gyngred, Cymru JD. Croeso mawr atyn ni, sôn am bethau blasus o Anthony Jones yma hefyd. Croeso mawr Owain.
Helo Dylan.
Edrych mlaen at hon, ond be fydde ennill y gêm yma ar gystadleuaeth y gemau ail gyfle felly'n golygu i'r clybiau?
Wel, mae'n chydig bach yn wahanol i'r arfer, oherwydd mae'r gêm yma fel arfer yn amlwg I gystadlu'n Ewrop. Di hynna ddim yn digwydd eleni. Ond I unrhyw dîm, ti isio cael dy ddwylo ar unrhyw dlws, ti isio cystadlu mewn cystadlaethau gwahanol, a chwarae yn erbyn tîmau gwahanol, felly posibilrwydd o chwarae yn erbyn rhywun o'r Alban, efallai un o'r mawrion pwy o wyr, ddylia bod hynna'n ddigon i'r chwaraewyr yma fynd allan a rhoi cythral o berfformiad I fewn.
Gewn ni glywed gan reolwr Caernarfon yn y man, Hugh Griffiths. Mae fe'n galw i'n gêm ddarbi. Os na ryw olyniaeth yn tyfu fan hyn, achos mae'r gemau wedi bod yn gystadleuol iawn tymor yma.
Wel, gobeithio wir, oherwydd fyny fama yn y gogledd, mae yna wastad lot o dima, ond da ni'n gweld colli Bangor, Rhyl, ac efallai sa Bangor yn gêm ddarbi, Caernarfon a Rhyl i'r Fflint, felly maen nhw angen rhywbeth yn y canol. Felly mae'n gweithio allan yn gret, a dwi'n meddwl y peth mwyaf ydy y gema da ni wedi weld tymor yma rhwng y 2 glwb. Dyn nhw heb bod yn ddiflas. Lot o goliau, tackles yn hedfan I fewn, a dyna ydy gêm ddarbi, felly gobeithio fyddwn ni'n gweld rhywbeth tebyg unwaith eto heddiw.
Tramel, fe sy'n yn y canol diw diryddiaeth fydd yn dda. Ond bai Colwyn, falle gewn ni weld os bydden nhw yn esgyn uwch gyngred Cymru. Dewch I ni glywed gan reolwr Caernarfon nesaf. Hugh Griffiths yn siarad â Sioned Dafydd.
Hugh, un gêm I fynd, I chi'n barod amdani?
Yndan tad, dyna beth ni'n paratoi am bob blwyddyn. Ti'n cael I fewn I y 3 cynta, ond wedyn hwn di'r gwell o be mae'n ni gwneud. So, dyn ni'n andros o prawd y cyrraedd yma, ac o te gêm catre, gobeithio un mwy amdani.
Dim ond 1 pwynt oedd yn gwahanu chi ar Fflint ar ddiwedd y tymor. Yw hwnna'n arwydd o ba fath o gêm allwn ni ddisgwyl Yw i'n mynd I fod yn dyn?
Yndi tad, ti'n mynd, ni'n cael gemedd gwych yn ebyn nhw. Mae'n ebyn bod lot o goliau, so falle gen I gêm gyffroes heddiw, ond I fi bys un ddim yn setlan iawn, ond ie, gen I weld, mae 2 dîm yn ymosod yn dda, so dwi'n meddwl bod dipyn o goliau yn y gêm yma heddiw.
Chi sydd gytre, a chi yw'r ffefrynnau heddi Hugh?
Ie, pam lai. Mae ni'n gorffen o flaen nhw, so mae'n lot yn gêm darbi di hwn hefyd. So mae pobl yn gorfod cofio hynny. Ond dwi'n dweud, ydy perfformiad ni catcher wedi bod mor dda blwyddyn yma, ond dyn ni wedi ennill y 2 diwetha, so gen I weld un gêm ydy a ffeinal, champagne I taflu fyny I rhywun ar ôl gêm. So mae'n bwysig ni sy'n neud o, a ddim yn edrych ar nhw yn neud o unwaith eto de.
O ran y gemau ail gyfle, chi wedi dod mor agos ar sawl y chlysur. Oes digon gyda chi heddi i fynd yr holl ffordd?
Oes. Mae rhaid ni coelio. Dyna pam dyn ni wedi paratoi trwy flwyddyn. Un gêm arall i fynd, un i fath i nhw. Dwi'n meddwl bydd un o ddau y coesedd y bechgyn di blino, ond falle dim bach mwy o hyder a cofio am i tu ôl ni, falle hwnna bydd y wahaniaeth de.
Hyw, diolch yn fawr, pob lwc.
Diolch yn fawr i chi.
Hugh Griffiths yn hyderus. Canaries yn hedfan i Ewrop. Wel, dim gwaith, mae'r Alban yn Ewrop, am hynny. Cwpan her yr Alban yw'r wobr i'r enillwyr yn y gemau ail gyfle. Hyw'n hyderus ac yn onest. Mae'n braf clywed rheolwr onest. Ydych chi'n ffyfrynau? Ydyn. Stigon yn y tank? Oes. Gret.
Ie, dyna mae cefnogwyr eisiau glywed yn den, lle dipyn bach o'r nonsens, ti wastad yn glywed yr hen clichés os licio di, felly licio'r hyder gan Hyw. Dwi'n meddwl yma'r yr ofal, bod maen nhw wedi cael rhediadau eitha gwael yma tymor yma, gema cartra, fydden nhw'n teimlo bod na ddigon, fydden nhw'n gobeithio fy'n awyrgylch danllyd yma mynd i helpu nhw, ond dwi yn meddwl bod Fflint wedi cael cyfnod gwael oherwydd anafiadau i'w tîm nhw tymor yma, a dyna pam mae Caernarfon di gorffen yn uwch na nhw'n y tabl, mae'r chwaraewyr yna yn ôl. Ie,
pwynt oedd ynddi. Gan i weld y gêm ddiwetha ar yr ofal fan hyn. Caernarfon ennill o 2 gol i 1. Sean Bradley yn cael y gynta. Mike Wilde yn taro nôl. Danny Gossett yn ennill i Caernarfon. Maen nhw wedi ennill o 4 i ddim ers hynny yn y Fflint hefyd. Felly, o ran y tymor, Caernarfon sydd wedi cael y gorau ohoni. Ond eto, un safle rhwng nhw'n tabl, 1 pwynt rhwng nhw'n tabl, beth am hynny?
Yndi, mae'n agos yn dyddi. A fel chwaraewr, os oes gen ti record dda yn erbyn tîm, un tîm yn benodol, fel sydd gan Caernarfon yn erbyn y Fflint tymor yma, mae o'n golygu lot. Ti yn dod i fewn i'r gêm chydig bach yn fwy hyderus ac yn fel, da ni wedi cael y gorau hein, cwpl o weithiau tymor yma, allan ni'n neud eto. Ond, dwi yn meddwl bod Fflint wedi cryfhau yn ôl. Mae'r chwaraewr mawr yn ôl. Mike Wilde, mae o nôl yn y tîm, ac am chwaraewr pwysig ydi o, a mi oedd o hanner cyntaf tymor, felly mae'n mynd i fod yn agos. Dwi ddim yn gweld Caernarfon fel ffefrynnau clir, ond efallai bod yna fwy o bwysau i ysgwydda nhw o fod gartra ac o fel bod nhw wedi colli y cyfle i chwarae yn Ewrop yn y rownd derfynol tymor dwytha.
Ie, wel mae mwy o Pêl-droed i ddod dros yr haf. Wrth gwrs, ni'n Wembley di stil nesa yn dilyn Wrexham. Edrych fan yn fawr at honna ar S4C, ond dyma hi o ran y gêm yn domestig yn uwch gyngor Cymru JD. Dewch chi'n ei glywed gan reolwr y Fflint nesa, felly Neil Gibson.
It's been a long season, you know, Sean, to be honest. It's 48 weeks it is since we came back pre-season. So the lads have deserved this showpiece event at the end of the season, if you like, and it's just reward, really, for all the hard work they've put in. However, it's you're right, you know, Caernarfon have caused us a lot of problems this season. You know, sometimes one team seems to cause you more problems than another, and so we've worked on something a little bit different for today, and we're very conscious that we'd like to end the season on a high.
You got through by the skin of your teeth last weekend against Pêl-droed. You've touched on it there, but what do you need to do differently to avoid that same situation today?
Yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, we weren't at our best in any shape or form last week. Pêl-droed were the better team. You know, I've been honest about that, you know, in reflection. But I think that, you know, it probably was that part of the season where the lads had a week off after the last game of the season. We're trying to keep them energised as much as we possibly can. And actually now we're at that point today where it's everything to play for. It's a one-off game. And then, you know, it's about galvanising ourselves for one more big hit. And ultimately, you know, any other given season, this would be a game for Europe. So we've got to try and put ourselves in that shop window where we say that it's been a successful season. We've moved the club forwards in lots of different ways. And, you know, if we can come away with a trophy, it's just reward for it.
You avoided relegation last season, Neil. Here you are in the playoff final. It's been quite a journey for Flint, hasn't it?
It has, and I think we've got to try and remind ourselves that, you know, Flint second season in the league, so we've probably got a little bit ahead of ourselves in terms of the time frame that the journey's taken. But I don't want to be coming to a football club or managing a football club where we're not trying to compete at the right end of the table. We managed to do so for 22 games and we've tailed off a little bit. So I'd like to finish on a high today if possible. And then hopefully we can build some momentum into the summer and then hopefully have another positive season next season.
Neil, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch.
Ie, fel wedi gweud, diwedd y tymor o ran y gêm domestig, dau wr sydd wedi bod yn dilyn y cyfan gyda ni fan hyn, yw boys y bottom coch, Tommy Morgan a Mark Jones. Ni'n gael gair gyda nhw nawr. Mark, great to see you again. Sun's shining as the season comes to a close. It's been some old season, Jonah.
Yeah, it's been a magnificent season again, Ebbsy. Brilliant in the Cymru Premier League. It's fourth against fifth this afternoon. One hell of a game. I think it'll be a cracker. How about you, Tommy?
Yes, everything to play for. Good experience for both teams. If the same thing happened next season, puts them in good stead for if that happens again. So it's going to be a close encounter, I think. Could be extra time and penalties.
Yeah, maybe two key things for me so far. Darren Thomas missing for Caernarfon Town. Big miss.
Real big miss. Real good creator. Gets past players in midfield. Got good range of passing. So he's a big miss for them, yes.
And Michael Wilde returning to the starting 11 this afternoon. He's his experienced campaign and not as experienced as the oldest player ever to play in this league.
No, he's only 38, so he's got another 14 years to go, so no problem there. And I'm sure Michael Wilde will end the season with a goal.
Well, I think he will add a bit of class to the game. A very tight one to call, Tommy.
I certainly... like we've seen in the two semi-finals, close encounters, so nothing different today, I don't think.
Tommy a Mark, diolch yn fawr iawn. Ie, mae'r ystadeg yna yn hygol. Tommy Morgan dros hanner cant yn chwarae yn y gyngrair yma. Oedd yn eisiau torri record na gyda?
Mae'na chance i Nick Parry, dyna ti ddeud, tymor nesaf, ie?
Cewn ni weld. Just yn ola, fan hyn, mae'n swnio bod y ddau dîm yn barod amdani. A ni siarad Jake Phillips yn wythnos hefyd ar bodlediad sgorio. Oedd e'n gweud bod nhw'n edrych ma'n gymaint i gael cyfle i chwarae yn yr Alban, tasau nhw'n ennill.
Ie, dyna dio, chwarae yn erbyn gwrthwynebwyr gwahanol. Trip i'r cefnogwyr, sa wastad yn rhywbeth neis. A jyst rhywbeth gwahanol, felly... Fydd y ddau dîm i fyny am hon yn bendant. Mae'r tywydd yn braf, mae'r cae yn edrych yn fendigedig, yn berffaith. Fydd hi'n gobeithio digon o goliau fel sydd wedi bod rhwng y ddau tymor yma.
Y cwestiwn ola, yw'r un arferol, traddodiadol. Sut ti'n gael i fynd?
Ie, ti'n stitio fi fyny fama, mae yna lot o gefnogwyr Caernarfon o'n nghwmpas i, ond dwi'n ymwneud mae chwaraewyr pwysig Fflint yn ôl, felly dwi'n disgwyl gweld y Fflint yn fuddigol.
Dyna ni, Owain. A'i ben ar y bloc, dim eich llythrenol, yng Nghanarfon. Gobeithio, Owain Tudur-Jones bant i ymuno gyda'r tîm sylwebu. Cofiwch ma'n sylwebu yn Saesneg. English language commentary is available on S4C Click on YouTube yn Gymraeg, ar Click ac ar Facebook. Fel ni'n gweud, Owain ar y ffordd i ymuno gyda Cyn Ymysodwr Cymru, Malcolm Allen a Nick Parry.
Good afternoon and welcome to the final of the JD Cymru League playoffs for 2021-22. As Caernarfon Town host Flint Town United at the Oval. A place in the Scottish Challenge Cup awaits today's final winner as European slots were already gone to TNS, Bala and Newtown. It's fourth against fifth. Tommy, I think we have a cracker on our hands.
Yeah, I think so. This afternoon, Jonah. Good afternoon, everybody. Just seen the lineups here, Mark.
Yes, there's a surprise lineup in there as well. Mike Wilde back for Flint, as we said early on in the programme.
Yeah, great boost for his teammates having their top scorer back in the starting lineup. And obviously then a big disappointment for Caernarfon. The prodigal son's not playing this afternoon, Darren Thomas. So a big miss for Caernarfon, but they got home advantage, so who knows?
Yeah, I tell you what, mind, not a bad replacement for Darren Thomas is Rob Hughes with the most assists in the JD Cymru Leagues this season.
Yeah, 14, and Hayes has been amongst the goals as well this season. Gossett and no Edwards in midfield. They'll be trying to orchestrate things, from the centre of the park.
And there should be plenty of width there, Tom, with Joe Foe one side and Sean Bradley the other side. Here's a stronger, maybe more physical team in Flint.
I think the key for me is obviously Michael Wilde at 9, but Alec Jones, in a game we did at Newtown a few weeks ago, he got sent off. Now he's a big player, as is Dion Donoghue. A great capture for Hugh Griffiths to start this season, as real brought a lot of solidity defensively for Caernarfon.
Tremendous season. And I tell you what, Tom, he should be in the running for that goal of the season with that free kick what he slotted. Hell of a free kick, 30 yards.
Yeah, certainly. And another player there, Jake Phillips, who's really found his home at...
I'm pleased for him.
At Flint. I think the manager, Neil Gibson, has given him that confidence. He's very good on the ball, takes all the set pieces as well. So, I'm glad to, see Jake settling in there.
And there's an experienced campaigner in the middle there, Mark Petro. I'm sure is looking forward to the game. One of the top referees in this league now, Mark Petro. I hope he has a good game this afternoon. And this is it. It's the last game of the JD Cymru Premier as both teams take the knee. There's no standing on the fence, Tom. I want your score. You don't have to give which team. Are we getting goals this afternoon?
Yeah, it's going to be 3-1.
3-1 says Tommy Morgan. Beautiful afternoon in Caernarfon. Caernarfon, of course, in their canary yellow, Flint in their black and white Newcastle stripes. Early territory. Foe playing on the right side, Bradley on the left. There's a surprise already, Tom. Chance here in the first minute. First touch, Wild, can he put it away? What a save that is. Jakob Bordensky, brilliant save. He had to make a great save then. It's a poor start for Caernarfon, and it looks like they've got away with it.
Yeah, certainly a great opening there for Flint.
Still a little bit unsteady at the back for Caernarfon. They haven't started well. I can hear Hugh Griffiths below us. He's blowing his top down below us. They just need to clear the ball at the moment, Caernarfon, and get sorted again, Tom. Almost kick off again.
Yeah, certainly not the start Hughie Griff wanted. They're all at sea defensively. Nobody seems to know what they're doing.
How important, Mike, by the way, is that save? And you said Wild just returning. Would he have expected a chance like that in the first 30 seconds?
Probably not, but there you go.
Bratley. This will be a key battle this afternoon. Callum Bratley up against Laurie Bell. There's Neil Gibson. Might be disappointed they haven't taken the lead.
Yeah, just a bad touch there. And could Wildy have taken it first time there? Maybe not. Maybe could have, but certainly that was a good opportunity early doors.
Bell knocks it long, closed down by Bratley. Noel Edwards competitive in midfield as usually. Caernarfon team. Orzinski in goals, Laurie Bell, Griff, John and Dean Donahue will play in the back three. Ewan Griffith, Danny Gossett in midfield, Joseph Foe, Rob Hughes, Noah Edwards and Sean Bradley as a four, and Mike Hales will play the lone role. Hayes at 34, Wild at 39, the two centre forwards, plenty of experience today. Caernarfon on the attack, Rob Hughes. Hughes tries to keep it in play. Edwards does keep it in play. Chance to put it in. Great ball across, far post, Bradley. Not the greatest in the air, Bradley. Good defending, by the way. Jake Phillips stopped his run, if we get the replay.
Yeah, Bradley just couldn't get above Jake Phillips there, and Phillips did enough to put him off as well.
Yeah, there's Jake at right back. Rushton in goals. Kai Edwards, Ben Nash, Sam Hart and Jake Phillips at the back for Flint. Danny Harrison, Alex Jones and Ben Mayer in midfield. Connor Harwood, Callum Bratley and Mike Wild up top. First goal again, as we regularly say, so important. Caernarfon yet to win a playoff final. Served up an absolute thriller last season, Tom, with a game against Newtown, if you remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of goals, plenty of action. Looking for the same again this afternoon.
Bell tries to get it in. It's end-to-end stuff already. Bell knocks the ball in to John Rushton in goals. I think we'll take a breather after 3.5 minutes. Rushton. Phillips. They've had a steady back four of late, which they wanted. You've got Ben Nash there at the back. Kai Edwards with all his experience. Jake Phillips, like you said at the beginning, has had a good season. And Sam Hart has always been an excellent left back from as early as his Bangor City days.
Yeah, very consistent player, Sam Hart. I think one thing's guaranteed today, Mark, there'll be a few yellow cards here.
It's got to be. Wild being marked by John Griff. John ball across, out for the corner by Orzinski. Griff John has been playing in the back three for a while, and you see Wild is starting to rub him up the wrong way already, and you could see Hugh Griffiths shouting to Griff John there, get hold of him.
Yeah.
There's more physicality from Wild.
Certainly has a decent cross as well by Wild there, punched over by Orzinski.
Could he have caught that?
Well, maybe, a little bit inexperienced young keeper.
His club team, Liverpool, are playing in the FA Cup final later on. Phillips, Jake Phillips with the corner. Whips it across, Phillips headed away. Great defensive header by Danny Gossett. He's headed that 30 yards out of play. It's great headed from the midfielder. There's Neil Gibson looking on, and Hugh Griffiths. Two characters in this league. Both done well this season, 4th and 5th. Don't know if we would have put them as high as that at the beginning of the season, Tom. Phillips with that massive long throw. Mayor goes all the way back to Rushton. Fine job, Tommy, by the groundsman Winowen here today. Pitch is looking as smart as anything. Gossett hooks it on. Edwards. Danny Harrison leaves on. Well played, the referee plays advantage then. Gossett. Gossett, great ball in from Gossett, looking for Foe. Headed back inside by Sam Hart. Great to see Danny Gossett as fit as a fiddle. Foe. Superb ball in. Foe. Bradley again. Second time he's got him with a header. Again, he doesn't get it on target. It's a great ball in, by the way, by Foe.
Yeah, those early crosses, you know, can catch you out. And it was Joe Foe right on his head there. Just couldn't get above it. That's a great opportunity.
The pace is perfect, Tom. If he heads that back across goal, got every chance.
He didn't know what to do. He got caught in two minds there.
Two good chances for Sean Bradley. Yeah, you say he's not great in the air, but when chances come along like that in playoffs, Tom, you've got to be at least making the goalkeeper make a save.
Yeah, absolutely. Should have had that header on target at least there. I think the pitch is quite firm, isn't it? I know it's a nice surface on it, but it's, the ball's pretty lively, actually, Mark.
It's exactly what we expected. End-to-end stuff. It's a great start. Chance either end in the first 6 minutes. Danny Harrison will be key this afternoon. Did it for a couple of seasons for Connors Key. He won't move far from that centre circle. John gets it long. Edwards, no nonsense again. Gossett. Caernarfon is the town to be in this afternoon. A fantastic food festival there, Tommy, this morning with up to 25,000 people attending on the day. So decent crowd in at the Oval again. Caernarfon win the league standings of supporters in the league this season. Well done again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Averaging between 500 and 600.
Just in that early chance. Great there work by Harwood to lay it back to the path of Michael Wilde.
Yeah, it was. Almost created a goal-scoring chance. John Gossett playing in the holder, looking to get hold of that ball all the time. Donahue gets forward. Hughes, where he likes to be, Hughes, running at people on the edge of the box. Watson, oh, he leaves one in then. He leaves one in, the interesting one, I'll be. When I think Jake Phillips gets up. This will be one to look at, Tommy, I'm telling you. It goes to ground, and as he goes to ground, Rob Hughes maybe have left something in there.
Did the linesman on the far side spot anything there? Certainly Rob Hughes and Jake Phillips, former teammates.
When he hits the deck, I think, as he goes to ground, not a lot. Not a lot.
No.
Not a lot, to be fair.
It's pretty accidental, that, whatever it was. For once, you can't blame Rob Hughes. Just gets up and gets on with it. Then one thing there, though, Mark. What I'll do is he'll put a marker on the referee's mind.
Oh, yeah, it is again. So, well, we haven't got the greatest view there. Jake obviously stays down. There was no confrontation after the event, which sometimes tells you.
No, there's no complaining from Jake Phillips there, to be fair to him.
But Caernarfon starting to get on the ball a lot more. Phillips goes inside. Harrison played their way out really well then. Harwood. Donahue gets in early. Phillips. Tremendous work by Donahue. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Orzinski.
Yeah, he just shrugged off Jake Phillips.
Yeah.
There, just showed his upper body strength there.
And he loves to get on the ball. He loves to get on the ball here and hit them long diags. He has the ability to do it. Cartwright also playing in midfield. Laurie Bell. Tough for Mike Wilde. If you're coming back, first game, 4 months. When you're playing as a single 9, by the way, that's a lot of work. What are you expecting 90 from him, Tom?
Yes. One thing about Michael Wilde, he's His fitness is not in question.
Oh, never. Never. Bell. I think that's what might have caught out the defence so far. Oh, Hayes is in. What a ball that is, by the way, from Gossett. Hayes. Edwards likes to take a shot on in the box. Great block by his brother. No way, brother. No penalty, he says to him.
Yeah, referee's in a great position there as well.
You could imagine mum and dad at home, Tom, watching that. Penalty. No way.
Yeah. I think they were probably waiting for the 50-50 challenge. But he's really good when he picks a ball up in these kind of positions. Just on the edge of the box. Just see if there's a handball yet.
No, not for me. Kai goes in and gets the block on.
Just seen it once more from another angle. Ooh, I don't know, Mark. I tell you what,
well,
from that angle, you watch this.
Oh, so definitely from that angle.
Yeah. Looks like a...
He may be a little bit unlucky there.
And it wasn't in a natural position either, was it?
That's the rule. No, your hand's not by the side of your body. As Nash knocks it in, it's knocked away from a corner by Joe Foe. Yeah, looks a penalty in the end, and that's why the camera is on Kai Edwards once more. Make your own mind up at home.
Well, let's put it like this. You've seen them given those.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bell.
An argument in the
Edwards household.
Even now at the moment,
yeah,
probably.
for everybody to know they are brothers playing against each other. Sam Hart to take the corner. Hart whips it on to the spot. Headed away by Bell. Knocked back in by Connor Howard. The break could be on here. Gossett. Rob Hughes. See his idea. His idea was there. He wanted the big diag to Hayes on the break. Just didn't get it right. It was the right idea.
Yeah, it just didn't strike the ball properly on the outside of his foot.
Yeah, fitness will be key this afternoon, by the way. It's a warm afternoon. Very warm afternoon. Long ball again to Michael Wilde. Howard. Gets it back inside. Mayer. Sam Hart. They have two holding midfield. He's taken a few of these on this season from distance. He didn't that time. Edwards. Great battle between Mayer and Noah Edwards this afternoon. Wow. How times have changed, Tom. Number 9s. The amount of running number 9s have to do now. It's single number 9. One end is Mike Hayes. The other end is Mike Wilde. And they are doing miles and miles this afternoon. Donahue will give himself a bit of space and usually picks a pass. Donahue. Said to be a number of Football League clubs looking at Donahue, even at the age of 27. Bell. Cartwright. It was a big win last week for Caernarfon to win 1-0 against Cardiff Met. Christian Edwards' Cardiff Met in his last game. If you're watching on this afternoon, Chris, congratulations on the 13 years.
Yeah, certainly Christian Edwards has left his mark on the Welsh Premier League.
And I tell you what, oh, what a great ball that is from Hughes again. Foe's giving hard trouble out there so far this afternoon. He's playing most of it on his right foot. It's in again. Bradley again. That's 3 in a row for Bradley. That's his hat-trick of headers for Sean Bradley in the first 14 minutes.
Yeah, I think he's just in too early there, wasn't he? It's all about the timing of the run.
Yeah, and I think below us, Neil Gibson might be having an early word with Sam Hart, because Foe, that's 3 crosses, by the way, Tommy. Gossett. Again, confidence on the ball from Foe. I think Hart is showing him inside and he's getting it in right-footed, which is a surprise. Decent ball again, just runs out of play. But he's the main man at the moment in the attacking stakes. Joe Foe on the right wing for Caernarfon Town.
Yeah, certainly the danger man for the home side at present.
Whoa, Neil Gibson there and Hugh Griffiths. Very interesting.
Don't think that was asking Richard to addresses for the Christmas card.
No, it wasn't. Very, very surprising. Come on, lads, cool down. Sun's out, it's a warm day. That's the way. Take a drink and cool down a bit. Caernarfon just about starting to get their foot on the ball a bit more than Flint. Tommen dictating things. Rushton goes long. Wild. It's pushing it back from Wild, and the referee sees it.
Yeah, territorially, I can tell you one thing at the moment. Caernarfon are dominating.
The fourth official has got his hands full there, by the way.
For me, Mark, you know, dugouts, they're too close.
Absolutely.
They should be at least 15 metres between
Definitely.
them. Because, you know, both managers are going to be complaining to the referee, the fourth official, about the refereeing decisions. They know it one way or the other way, etc. So
let's hope that's the last we see of that this afternoon anyway, from the side of the pitch. Mayer again against Edwards. Good battle that'll be all afternoon. Harrison just threads it wide to Bratley. Callum Bratley. He's had a great season for Flint. Bratley, one of the emerging players in this league. Kai Edwards goes long, looking for Wild again. Wild. It's not sticking up there at the moment.
No, at the moment, Flint.
Great ball again. Phillips gets across. Again, Rob Hughes. The tangle's on again between Phillips and Hughes.
Certainly quite a bruising encounter between these two. Yeah.
It's just a cut. Something, you just have the feeling that something's going to kick off in this game, Tom. There's been a bit of petulance from both sides. Hughes just leaves one in by the look of it.
And the thing is as well, Mark, you know, the arguments between the managers, that could spring things onto the field as well.
Absolutely. Wild gets the flick on. Bratley chases. Tremendous defending from Laurie Bell. Covered the ball well, and goalkeeper Orzinski came and collected. Big FA Cup final. Tom, while the ball goes out of play, are you Liverpool or Chelsea this afternoon?
Neither, Mark.
Who do you think will win?
I think Liverpool pinch it. What about you?
I think Liverpool favourites with their front three, but it's the FA Cup final. Who knows? Who knows? I had the pleasure of watching a centre midfielder in midweek who never had a bad game, Kevin De Bruyne. He's not a bad player, Tom. Alex Jones gets a shot off over the bar.
Yeah, dangerous player, Alex Jones. Bit of a wild effort there by Jones.
Yeah, he leads the fight, Alex Jones, in midfield. Mayer just hooks it on. It's worth taking a shot on.
Yeah,
20 yards out.
You don't shoot, you don't score.
They were 5th in the league. Flint, they played 32, won 12, drew 6, lost 14. Escorio on Monday evening, 5:40, obviously with the highlights of this game.
And goal of the season as well, Mark.
Yeah, Foe again coming inside this time to Sam Hart. Plenty of width about their game this afternoon, Caernarfon. Bradley, the one wing, Foe, the other. Donahue. Great ball. What a ball that is from Donahue. Wow. We're talking about watching De Bruyne in midweek. What about that for a ball?
Yeah, decent left foot there from Dion Donahue, the skipper. And that is an absolutely priceless ball. Really, really begging for Michael Hayes to get on the end of that. Just whips it across. I think he takes a little bit of a deflection, but still an absolutely wonderful ball.
We talked about Darren Thomas's ball last season. Look at that, is on a pinpoint postage stamp.
Takes the two centre halves out and the goalkeeper, Mark.
Brilliant ball. A centre forward's dream, that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Wild again, the target. Cartwright. He's just playing like a front sweeper in front of Wild, and he's stopping him winning that first header. Gossett picks up the seconds. Bradley, is he going to have a run at his winger? Donahue wants a bit more of the action.
Neither team's really tested the keeper yet, Mark, but territorially, you just think at the moment, 20 minutes gone, the home side starting to
tell you what,
gain a bit of momentum.
Tom, they're playing some good stuff. They're playing some smart football at the moment. Donahue goes back inside. Gossett is getting on the ball an awful lot. I think somebody needs to get on to Gossett if you're a Flint player. He's got too much space in there, and he's making him The ball fizz round all the time. He's on it again. Harwood is not a marking midfielder, and he looks like he's marking Gossett. Donahue drives into midfield, looks for Foe. Cartwright. Donahue's on the right wing now, gets it across. Hayes tees up. Foe has his worst cross of the afternoon, shall we say. Not the greatest of shots from Joseph Foe. Good build-up play, but a terrible finish from Joe Foe.
Yeah, excellent work from the Covies there. Donahue especially. And Cartwright, a little dink over. That's a lovely ball. Donahue pulls it back. Good hold-up play from Mike Hayes, and he's blazed, well wide by Foe there. But there's a real chance. He has enough time here to have a touch on that.
Well, if there's goal of the season, that is worst shot of the season by Joe Foe. He won it by a landslide, Joe. As well as he started the game as well. Nash, great closing down. Interesting. Just catches him. I don't think he catches him as high as the shin.
Interesting. Oh, he's going to have the yellow card here. Did he touch him here, Mark? No, I don't think he touched him.
Well, again, you can often tell by the player's reaction. There's no argument from Noah Edwards, so he might just have caught him, but he hasn't shouted at the ref to say I haven't caught him, has he? I think he just leaves a touch on him at the end.
The trailing leg possibly just clipped him. But it's a bit of a risk there, wasn't it?
Definitely, you feel definitely almost Dan James like in midweek. Harrison just hooks it forward. Laurie Bell has done well since the start of the game, Tom. Come from the right side of defence. Well, what a great flick. Bratley gauged his run superbly off of Voil's head. Edwards against Mayer.
Yeah, I like Bratley. Do you know when the ball is in the air, he anticipates that Voil's going to win the ball, and when he does, he's looking for those little pieces, the second ball.
The run in between the three centre-backs.
And to be fair to Howard as well, he's doing the same as well.
Do you carry on letting Dion Donahue have the ball from here, Tom, or would you push somebody up a bit closer to him? Because he can dictate the game from there, Free kick on the edge of the box, definitely. Donahue will be interested in this one.
Yeah, Nash pleading his innocence there. But I think Hayes went over. Oh, yeah, I don't know if that's a foul or not, to be honest, Mark.
Doesn't every centre-forward go over now? Donahue and Rob Hughes.
It's up to the referee then to read the situation. I mean, there's nothing physical about that challenge.
For me now, this is a right-footer's free kick. We'll leave it to Donahue to prove us wrong. Only 2 in the wall. I mean, he's scored a couple of beauties so far this season. Donahue. Not the greatest this time.
I think it's a really difficult angle for any player.
It's a right-footer's free kick, definitely.
To score from there. Even a right-footer, I would expect my goalkeeper to save any efforts from that kind of range, to be honest.
Well, 24 minutes have flown by 0-0.
To be fair,
in the playoff final.
So Caernarfon haven't got the biggest the size of the air, really.
No rush from the goalkeeper, John Rushton. Phillips fires one to the centre forward. Griff John heads away. Alex Jones gets the header back in. That's 2 apiece in the head tennis. Back to the goalkeeper once more.
Just been a little bit disjointed in the last 5 minutes, Mark.
So
neither side have been able to really put their foot on it and move the ball to create anything.
Extra time and penalties this afternoon if required. Kai Edwards, of course, superb career with TNS. Finds a great foot in left. Wild. bounces off Griff John. Wanted a free kick, referee says nothing, and Gossett again picks a loose ball up. Connor Howard's got a tough job in there. He's a forward and he's chasing Gossett round in midfield. Tough job for him. Foe, can he keep that one in? Does keep it in. Hayes, great shot, great save. Good save from Rushton from Hayes, but again the supply is full. Sam Hart definitely has to get tight at the foe. That's 5 crosses he's got in now in 25 minutes.
Certainly all the dangers coming down that right hand side for Caernarfon. Hayes, snapshot, good striker's effort that.
Definitely.
Just turned on a sixpence there, whips an effort into the near post. Good save by Rushton, down to his near post there. That's all you can do there, Mark, as a striker. You know,
it's a great effort. It's a great effort from Hayes. I mean, he got the goal last week. Wild gets a bit of space in the middle, tries to chest it down. Gossett picks up in the holding role again. Bradley. Phillips takes a touch. It's tremendous defending there from Sean Bradley. Just body strength puts Phillips and the ball out. Wrexham in the FA Trophy against Bromley in the final. Good luck to Wrexham.
Yeah,
and all the supporters. Week Sunday at Wembley. Go and win the cup. Donahue to take the throw. Phillips heads it out. In the playoff stats, we've had 10 seasons of playoffs. 6 home teams have won the final. Bangor have won the playoffs twice. Newtown have won the playoffs twice. Who won the first playoff, Tom? Put you on the spot.
Barlett.
No.
Was it? No.
It was Neath. Neath won the first playoffs. They beat Prestat in 2010-11.
Was Gibson the manager
then? I think he may well have been. A player manager at least. Bradley. Hughes goes to the ground. May get the free kick.
He is going to get the free kick, but I'm like you there, Mark. I don't think Bradley did anything wrong there.
Here's the VAR. Just kicks him on the back of the ankle. Yeah, he got there first. Just got there first. Bradley just stood over Rob Hughes here. Very surprised Donahue hasn't gone in now, if he's not taking a free kick. Griff John's just going up. Laurie Bell in there. Got to get bodies in there across that 6-yard line now. Or it's Donahue to take it. Hughes has gone in. Donahue whips it across the front. Jones. No free kick given. It lands again. Gossett. It's a great straight pass from Gossett. Bell with the overhead. A good effort from Laurie Bell. Wonderful pass from Danny Gossett.
Yeah, good vision there from Gossett. Bell, he does really well here. Could have laid it off, possibly. But I wouldn't say it's a near miss, but showed a bit of quality there in trying to hook that over the shoulder into the net.
Neil Gibson before the game, Tommy, talking about Caernarfon have caused his team problems this season, and they are causing them a problem or two this afternoon, but yet still 0-0. I think Gibson will be the more pleased of the two managers at the moment. Apart from that first minute chance for Michael Wilde, it's been mostly Caernarfon on the ball.
Yeah, what they have had is a few half chances, Mark. No clear-cut opportunities like Michael Wilde had there.
Just leaning
John getting a bit too tight there on Bradley.
Yeah, and this is where they'll expect to win the battle. Physical duel, the aerial duels. Wilde, Nash, Kai Edwards. They've scored plenty of goals from free kicks this season, and Phillips Usually delivers things well. Well, it's 4 going to the right side of the box there, Tom. This should be a cavalry charge when he delivers it from Phillips. Good idea. Just got to be carried out a little bit better. Seen the idea. Pêl in the back. Bradley. Oh, if that flick was on, then Hayes was away. Phillips. Danny Harrison again in that holding role, just picking up loose scraps. Bradley with a chance to run at Pêl. Be waiting for this all for the first half hour, Bradley. Bradley, great tackle again by Gossett. He's having some game. Just straight offside then, Mike Hayes.
It's very untidy at the moment, the game.
That man doing most in midfield, though.
I think he's settled down on the touchline, Mark.
It looks like that boxing referee's done a good job there, that fourth official.
I wonder who won that argument.
I'm not taking
done
any
really
bets.
well, Mark. It's Griff John against Michael Wilde.
Yeah, I think it's dual purpose, I think, because Ewan Cartwright is playing a sweeping role in front of him as well in there.
No, but Griff John's won every header so far.
Gossett. Pêl. Pêl looking for Edwards. Mayer puts it out of play. A place in the Scottish Challenge Cup awaits the winners. John. Caernarfon, by the way, have already won a trophy today. Caernarfon Schools won the under-14s Welsh title this morning by defeating Gareth Bale's Old School Whitchurch 2-1. Well done, Caernarfon under-14s.
And they got the under-18s in the final this afternoon as well, I think, if I'm right. Looking for a double then.
Maybe a treble with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pêl with that straight ball usually go out of play. When you've got to get that straight one perfect, it's one that got to have some sort of angle on, especially when you're going downhill.
I think at the moment, Mark, both teams are probing each other, but nobody's gambling players into the box. I mean, we've just seen 3 times early doors. Bradley at the far post, but you need more players in the box. You know, you've got to get your midfield players in the box.
Yeah.
You know, Cartwright sitting, Ben Mayer sitting. You need players. If you're going to score goals, you've got to get players in the penalty area.
Definitely agree. Shall we say it's been a cagey affair so far. Free kick might have been given against Donahue here. It's a bad free kick to give away there. No need for it. You had 2 yellow shirts down in the corner. Harwood going nowhere. He's just give the free kick away there.
Yeah, just took his shirt, didn't he?
.50-50. Free kick given. And Michael Wilde will be wanting to get on the receiving end of this cross. Whoever takes it is usually Phillips. It is Phillips in front of that wonderful Caernarfon flag. Phillips. Nash has been amongst the goals this season. Phillips, in it goes. Wilde gets the header. Well marked by Donahue. Gets the header down, straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think O'Donoghue does enough here to put him off. Again, it's a decent cross by
good
Jake
pace
Phillips.
on the ball again from Phillips, The set plays have been pretty good so far this afternoon from Donahue and Phillips. Cartwright. Donahue goes back inside. Pêl. They just drop off, Flint. They just let Caernarfon play out of their half, as you said. They're accepting it. The low block, as everybody is the term most people use now, by a team dropping off. And that's what they've done all the first half, Flint.
Yeah. And to be honest, probably a decent tactic, because Michael Hayes hasn't got a first touch to bring midfield players into the game.
Yeah, he plays on the edge, Hazy. he did in his years at Bala. Can pop up with a spectacular goal though. Hughes. Hugh Griffiths below us, very vocal, trying to urge his team on. It's a great job he's done, by the way, in getting Caernarfon Town into 4th spot, Tommy. Yeah, absolutely. You know, had a bit of fortune that Connors-Key lost those points. Otherwise, they would have been in the bottom 6. Yeah. Just lacking a little bit. We were talking about this final before the start. Talking about this Hugh Griffiths. You want, when you're watching a final as a neutral, an early goal or an early, you know, tackle that got some venom in it to spark things off. This game just hasn't really kicked into life yet, has it? Edwards. Foe. If he meant that, that's a brilliant back header from Kai Edwards. I don't think he did, but did the job. Nash to Phillips. Nash goes inside to Ben Maher. Bratley, great flick. Bratley knew what he was doing. Hart. Again, Bell. Bell may get the free kick this time. He does get the free kick. Just a little tug behind from Sam Hart. You said the game was getting untidy, Tom. I think you're right. Just made no progress down the flanks, have they? Flint down that left-hand side. Is that a yellow card? Is it maybe for something he said? It has to be for something he said. Because Mark Petch usually lets a few things go. He's been around the block, but he's adamant he's going to take a yellow there. Obviously gets a round of applause from the Caernarfon faithful. Sure, there's no way he's getting a card for that, Mark. No, it has to be. It has to be for what he said afterwards. Griff John comes out with the ball again. The production line just need to just be a little bit quicker on the ball, because as slow as they're passing it across now, they're able to sit in their 4-5-1. If you're going to pass it as slow as that, teams are just going to drop in their shape. You could see the shape from up in the stand where we are. It's almost like a game of drafts. Every time they get the ball, they just drop in. Who's going to be the magician? And the magician, well, the player they'd be looking to open things up isn't here, Mark. Yeah, Thomas. You say they're missing Thomas, so they're looking to the likes of Rob Hughes, but I can see him up top at the moment with his hands on his hips. He wants the ball move quicker. It's almost a training game at the moment. The thing isn't, Mark, though, he's just standing still. If you can't be standing still in the game. You must drag people out, make space for other players. Bradley. I think it's the quietest I've seen Sean Bradley in a long time. Can he set the game up? Bradley. Cartwright gets a back pass of a shot off into the hands of Rushton. 38 minutes. JD Cymru Premier League playoff final. Yeah, patient build-up here. Bradley does well, but it's a real tame effort there. Phillips. Hazel put a bit of pressure on Nash. Nash reverts to going long. Griff John again gets above Mike Wild in the air. Gossett with a good bit of skill. Bradley being tightly marked by Ben Maher. Hughes. 2 or 3 bodies around Hughes. Griff John should go back to his goalkeeper. Donahue. Swindon Town was his last club, Dion Donahue's. Gossett looking for a foe. Hart intercepts really well this time. Gossett. It's more like it from Connor Harwood. It's a decent tackle. And he looks to release Bratley. Just the quality of the passing hasn't been good enough in the final third of the pitch, and like you said, Mark, the ball's been too slow travelling from player to player. Giro Italia bike race on S4C. Live every afternoon at 2 o'clock. just think one of these centre-backs, Tom, has to gallop forward when they get the ball now, because it's just becoming pedestrian. There's the three on him again now. Off the griff, John. They're just letting everybody sit in behind now and find a defensive shape.
Well, do you think then Hugh Griffiths should say, let's go to a back four? Because do you need three players marking Michael Wilde?
Well, it's just making it too easy for Flint to defend. And they haven't got, like we said, they haven't got a Michael Wilde up top where they could just knock the diag in. Donahue hasn't got a centre forward to knock the long diag into. Instead, he puts it into Hayes. Hayes wins the battle against Hart. Does he get his team a corner? No, it's a goal kick. Just sums up the last couple of minutes, that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting conversations in both directions at half-time. You know, do you really want to win the game? Or just, are you going to go through the motions and... Is somebody going to have, let's have a gamble?
Yeah, that just about sums it up so far, Tommy. In a good way as well. Do you want to lift this trophy as much as... You have to show me a bit more than you have so far. But the way Neil Gibson spoke at the beginning, they're playing to orders. Great ball in from Bell. Mayor. Jones, oh, good tackle. Griff John's been tremendous this afternoon. Him or Gossett, for me, have been head and shoulders above Cartwright. Even Cartwright's coming deeper now, so you've got 4 at the back against 1, not 3. Edwards. It's almost like a European game, Tom, of the old days where the away goal is so important, with teams dropping off.
When Donahue gets the ball here, he's got no option except to go backwards or square. He hasn't got a centre forward as good in the air, so he doesn't deliver the ball into the box.
Well, there's every Flint player at present in their last third. You don't often see that.
So really, is the initiative for the Caernarfon should go for it? They're playing at home. They've learned their lessons in the past.
It's an absolute game of chess at the moment, Tom, like we said earlier on. Need somebody to add that bit of magic. Edge of the box. Well played, Edwards. Great tackle. Superb tackle by Alex Jones. When you're tackling like that in a penalty area, you've got to get it right. And didn't he get it right? Tremendous tackle.
Yeah, it turns inside. You know what you need. You need support from your teammates, don't you?
Phillips to Michael Wilde. Howard will get the handball. That's Donahue. Did he get booked? No, it was a free kick the last time. He will get booked this time for a deliberate handball. It's a soft way to get a free kick.
So sometimes for me, O'Donoghue looks a bit casual, as if this standard is...
yeah, he's that type of player.
It's easy for me.
Yeah.
And he just gets caught out a couple of times then.
Definitely a classy player at this level. Can Flint take a half-time lead? Phillips puts it in the box. Headed away by Gossett. Mayer knocks it back in. But as cup finals go, I don't think this will make the all-time greats after 45 minutes. John, great knock down by Wilde. That's the ball he thrived on all his career. That's the ball they need to put more into him.
Yeah, absolutely. But to be fair to Neil Gibson's team here, when the ball comes into that box, they've got 4 players in the penalty area. Everybody's on the move. I can't say the same for Caernarfon when they're attacking.
It's right.
But Cartwright did well there with that
44 minutes on the clock now. It would be a wonderful time for Flint to take the lead. Jake Phillips usually delivers well. Phillips, Wilde and company will be the target. In it goes over Wilde, headed away again by Griff John. Jones. Great defending from Gossett. Oh, he gets the corner, Alex Jones. He worked hard to get his team the corner, and they're just applying a tiny bit of pressure towards the half-time.
Yeah, I think he looked a bit fortunate there to get a corner. It looks as if Gossett had done enough there. But another opportunity for Flint to put that ball in the mix-up.
Obviously like they're out swinging corners. Hart. We'll try and pinpoint the black and white shirt in the area. Hooked away. Not far enough, but it's Donahue square in the chest. And the referee maybe does a few people a favour. We'll have a 15-minute break and hope the action gets better in the second period, Tommy.
Yeah, certainly hope you're going to get a cup of tea for me half-time, Mark.
Don't go away. Look, we'll see you in 15 minutes.
Nick, diolch yn fawr iawn. Diolch yn fawr iawn I Owain a Malcolm hefyd. Gewn ni sylwadau Owain yn y man. Yn mynd I glywed ambell I sylwad gan Malcolm nesa, achos mae'n bod yn wythnos fawr ar y cae ras. Mae'n gyfnod mor cyffroes I glwb Pêl-droed Wrexham o ran y tîm. Ond beth am y stadiwm hefyd, y cae ras ymgyrch wedi dechrau wythnos yma hefyd I geisio sicrhau bod gemau rhyngwladol yn dychwelyd i'r gogledd. Mae'n ambell I wyneb cyfarwydd yn y darn yma.
Croeso I cae ras. We're here today to launch a campaign a da ni'n isio I bawb sydd yn teimlo bod isio Stadiwm Cenedlaethol yn y gogledd I lofnodi'r ddeiseb yma. Da ni'n lansio ymgyrch I drio hel gymaint o enwau a fedrwn ni I gefnogi cais Cyngor Wrexham am arian gen Llywodraeth Lloegr dan y cynllun codi'r gwastad I ail ddatblygu'r cop yma tu nôl I fi. A trwy wneud hynny, datblygu'r cyfleusterau hefyd fel bod y stadiwm yma, y cae ras, yn stadiwm addas eto I gynnal gemau rhyngwladol.
From a young kid growing up and coming to the Great Schools Ground for the first time to watch Wales v Scotland and see that game, a full crowd, it captured me and inspired me to be a professional footballer. From that moment I wanted to be a professional footballer. So yeah, I've got a long association with this football club, of course, for my days at Wrexham. I'm playing here for Wales on many occasions. Scored my first ever goal for Wales against England. You know, you can't get better than that. But to get a full house again and make it a proper football ground like it was before would be something special.
Gema gyntaf ges I erioed dod, oedd yn fan hyn pan 10 oed, I watchad Wrexham yn yr ail adran, sydd yn y pencampwriaeth, ac sefyll yn y cop efo tai. Ac oedd gyda fi freuddwydion yn 10 oed lle, dwi eisiau bod yn chwaraewr proffesiynol. Ac nath y breuddwyd na ddechrau man hyn. A yr uchafbwynt y llan yng Ngyrfa oedd Cycris Cymru. Ges I ddechrau gêm yma hyn, mewn gêm ragbrofol, yn ebyn yr iseldiroedd, a dod yn ôl adra I fi, o cael breuddwydio ar y cop, a wedyn cael cyflawni un o'r uchelgeision illa, yn ôl y fan hyn ar y cae ras wedi.
Mae yn andros hynod o pwysig I dod ar chwaraeon rhyngwladol yn ôl I Gogledd Cymru. Dydy hi ddim yn bosib I teuluoedd o Gogledd Cymru mynd yr holl ffordd I lawr I Caerdydd I bob gêm, a mae'n just rhy costus I ran fwy o bobl. Felly mae'n pwysig iawn. Dyn ni'n gael cyfle I ysbrydoli a chwaraewyr rhyngwladol i'r dyfodol.
For North Wales people, it would mean so much to them. They don't get the opportunity, and they haven't had the opportunity for many, many years. To get that back would be a great lift to everyone, and more so for the young generation coming through. That will inspire them to maybe be a Gareth Bale, you know, or Aaron Ramsey. So I'm looking forward to that happening because I think North Wales people deserve that.
Wynebau cyfarwydd ambell I lun hyfryd fan yna. Mae'r cino Cymru cyn cwrdd y Lloegr yn 81. Mae'n anghygol. Nes ti chwarae yn y cae ras yma?
Do, cwpl o weithiau. Ennill y Premier Cup yn rhwng dyfrynol I Abertawe yn erbyn Wrexham. Chwarae I Gymru dan 11. Nes I sgorio yn erbyn Lloegr, ond nath y leins ma'n ddim gweld ti'n addo. Oedd I dros y lein, Dylan. Ond na, gwych gweld yr ymgyrch. Ffantastig os fysa na gemau dwi'n siŵr os fysa ti'n hapus mwy o deithio.
O, cae ras, nes I wylio rhan fwy o gemau pan mae'n ifancach ar y cae ras, pan Cymru chwana, dim bod hynny yn bwysig I neb o gwbl. A cofiwch, disil nesa, byddwn ni'n Wembley, dim ar y cae ras, ond yn dilyn Wrexham. Yr holl ffordd I Lunden, mae yna bnawn mawr fori, mae yna bethau mawr yn digwydd o ran y tîm yma, a gawn ni weld a fydden nhw'n codi cwpan. Di Sul nesa, bron yn 10 os ni fod yn Wembley. Bron ni'n gael llun o Owain Tudur Jones, 10 mlynedd nôl, edrych bachgen bach ysgol, ond i gyd yn gwisgo teifed ni, smart iawn. Beth am fan hyn, pnawn ma Owain, o'n i ddechrau edrych ar y cyfleoedd o'r hanner cynta yna. Fflint ddim wneud gymaint o hynny, ond oedd yna gyfle cynnar iddyn nhw.
Cynnar iawn, ac oedden ni'n sôn cyn y gêm yn doedden. Da ni'n gweld pwysau da ar y bêl yn uchel i fyny'r cae. Dim rhywbeth sydd wedi digwydd fel mae'r gêm di mynd ymlaen i'r Fflint, bod nhw wedi cael llwyddiant yn y funud gyntaf. Mike Wild, sa ti'n disgwyl i weld o'n sgorio byset, ond dwi'n tueddu feddwl am yr amddiffyn a'r golgeidwad yn benodol yn dod allan, ac gwneud ti'n anodd iawn i'r ymosodwr, felly sam llawer o'n byd yn wahanol. Cyffyr y cyntaf bach gwell efallai gan Mike Wild, ond oedden ni sôn cyn y gêm am y ffaith mae yna lot o goliau rhwng y ddau dîm yma. Ella sydd wedi gallu bod yn stori wahanol sy'n ddechrau wedi bod efo gol yn y funud gyntaf, mae pethau wedi tywelu chydig bach wedyn.
Goliau, cerdiau, cyffro, cicio smotyn, geiriau i ddim disgrifio y gêm yna. Neu hon, dylen ni wedi. Dylen fod cicio smotyn serch hynny yn yr hanner cyntaf yma?
Dylse dwi'n meddwl. Rheola fel maen nhw dyddi yma. Diolch moch pa mor agos wyt ti at y dyn. Blynyddoedd yn ôl tyfu fyny Dylan. Ball to hand ydi hwnna, de. A mae o'n agos. Diolch yn gallu symud i fraich, ond mae'r ffaith o dy fraich yna yn y lle cynta, a chydig bach tu ôl iddo fo, yn golygu ddylia bo hwnna wedi bod yn gico'r smotyn i Caernarfon, felly siom iddyn nhw.
Mae'n un o'r rhaid ni, yr olwg yna, chi'n gael un glir nag chi, pa chi'n gweld un fyw, chi ddim yn siŵr o wedyn ni.
Ond mae rhaid i'r dyfarnwr weld ti, a mae'n amhosib gweld bob dim, felly o ran ongl y dyfarnwr, efallai, os mae'r fraich tu ôl i'w gefno, efallai nad ydi o di weld o'n ddigon clir.
Fflint yn dechrau'n grif, gorffen y weddol grif, ond yn y canol, Caernarfon, oedd yn mynd â hi, byddwn yn siomedig bod nhw ddim ar y blaen?
Byddan, dwi'n meddwl. Dwi yn teimlo mae Caernarfon sydd wedi cael y gorau o'r gêm. Maen nhw wedi cael lot mwy o'r meddiant, maen nhw wedi cael y cyfleon gorau. Da ni'n gweld hwn yma, mae Sean Bradley, just o ran amseru pryd i fod tuag at y postyn pella yna. Ddim cweit yn gywir, chydig bach o dan y bel yn neidio'n fama. A da ni wedi gweld croesiadau o safon, gwaith da gan Gosit ac yn y digwyddiad yma am bel gan Dion Donihue. Mae'r droed chwith na, fatha wand, mae. So ni'n gallu galw yn Gandalf the Grey, dwi'n meddwl, y ffordd. Y peth sy'n gallu digwydd efo'r droed chwith na, Mike Hayes yn cweit yn gallu cael y cyffyrddiad. A wedyn cangymeriad gan Kai Edwards, a Mike Hayes yn disgwyl reit, snapshot yma, troi efallai fod y golgeidod yn disgwyl i fi ddal y bel i fyny, na troi yn gyflym. Just chydig bach yn amffodus, ac safle gwarchod da gan Rushton yn y gol.
A ni'n gwylio'r gêm ail gyfle, Luton efo'n Huddersfield yn chwipio hi mewn, debyg iawn i Donihue. Mae dipyn o arf, ond ail hanner beth i ni ddisgwyl, fel swn ni cip o beth gan y Fflint i gynnig tua diwedd yr hanner cyntaf yna?
Swn ni'n disgwyl mwy ganddyn nhw, ac fel ni'n sôn y funud gyntaf, ti'n rhoi pwys ar y bel, ond ar ôl hynna, maen nhw wedi ista nôl lot, a maen nhw wedi trini, maen nhw yn chwarae oddi cartre yndi, ond maen nhw wedi trini fel gêm, fatha bod nhw'n chwarae yn erbyn tîm sydd ben a sgwydda'n well na nhw, a dwi'n meddwl bod Caernarfon ben a sgwydda'n well na nhw, ond mae'n ymddangos fel oherwydd y tacteca, felly swn ni'n licio gweld Fflint yn agor fyny chydig bach, a pwy wyr, efallai neith hynna weithio i ffafr Caernarfon, a dyna pam maen nhw'n ista nôl.
Mae'n mynd i fod yn ddifur, gen i weld beth o. Yn yr ail hanner fan hyn ar yr ofal, cofiwch rownd derfynol. Gemau ail gyfle uwch Cyngor Cymru JD yw ar enillwyr, yn mynd i gystadlu yng Nghwpan Her yr Alban. Ni wedi bod yn sôn am Wrexham mewn cwpl wythnosau. Mae'n gyfnod mawr iawn i dîm rhyngwladol Cymru wrth gwrs, gemau Cyngor y Cenedlaeth. A mae yna rhyw gêm fach i geisio cyrraedd cwpan y byd wrth gwrs. Ni wedi bod yn cwrdd ag un o arwyr Cymru yn ddiweddar. Gwr sy'n dechrau meddwl, a mae'r hyn fydd yn digwydd wedi iddo fe stopio chwarae. Chris Gynta.
Keep it wide, Dee, keep it wide! Lock them in!
I think you get to a certain age where you're always thinking what you're doing next. I love football, so I like seeing it from a slightly different point of view.
Good, Akko, great pressure, Akko!
It's always something I've been sort of interested in and wanted to potentially look at doing. And then having known what the guys are like at the FAW and the course that is available, it was something I wanted to do.
So over the last 12 months, Chris and other international players like Neil Taylor and Ashley Williams, to name but a few, they're just transitioning now from that playing background with the interest of wanting to become coaches and managers in the future.
When the ball's being switched.
So tonight, Chris, with his local club, from his time at Reading, he's working with Flint Town, who've just recently had promotion, talented group of senior players, so it gives him an opportunity to be challenged now for a team training session to see whether or not he can show that coaching competency that meets the standards required by UEFA.
2, 3, brilliant, perfect!
I'm good friends with Chris, and I heard he wanted to get into coaching, and I think he's going to be a wonderful coach when he decides to go into his coaching, but I still think he's got a while playing yet. it happened just us really chatting, to be fair, and when he said he would come in and do a little bit, you're not going to say no to Chris Gunter, are you, to come in and do some coaching, so it's been a pleasure having him in with us.
I think a lot of people assume and think that, you know, you turn up, you do a few sessions and you get ticked off and you get your badges. Because, you know, they'll do you a favour, or you play for Wales, so yeah, I'm sure you get looked after. It's certainly not the case.
Coaching isn't easy. The planning process is really key, and that's most probably been the biggest challenge for all our ex-players transitioning into coaching, is understanding the concept and the process of how they plan a session, how they deliver it, and then the important bit after, how they reflect to improve their performance.
The care that they give and the detail they go into, they're a credit to Welsh football, and everything at the minute. They probably sum up Welsh football in terms of on the pitch with the current team, the women's team, everything that's going on. You know, the coaching side of it is spot on, and long may it continue. That's the general thing. When it goes wide, try and keep it wide. I'm still a player and still feel like I've got a lot to offer, but this is all just preparing if and when I want to use it.
Play this one, Tim. Can you stop?
I do believe he will manage the national side in many years to come, and if there's rumours I'm hearing he might go in the under-16s, under-17s to help them out, wow, they're going to be lucky boys.
When the ball's here and Z's going to press.
I still believe he's got 2-3 years left in football. I hope he stays at the game. I hope he keeps trying to do his best for the Welsh national squad, like I know he does. And I hope he goes to the World Cup with his experience and plays in the World Cup.
June looks after herself. You know, we've been good over the years at dealing with big games in terms of preparing the exact same, and, you know, they won't come much bigger than this. It's a busy schedule, but one that hopefully when we all finally get on the plane to go on our summer holidays, you know, at the end of June, you know, we'll go into a World Cup.
Ni'n mynd I gwpan y byd gobeithio, medde Chris Gunter ar y diwedd fan yna. Wel, mae'r gêm fydd yn penderfynu hynny yn fyw ar S4C. Pumed o Fehefin yw'r dyddiad, y stadiwm, ni'n gwybod hynny. Be ni ddim yn gwybod yw pwy fyddwn ni'n chwarae. O'n i'n gweld Luke Ryan di chwarae gêm gyfeillgar efo'n Borussia Mönchengladbach wythnos yma. Mae chwaraewyr nhw rhan fwyaf nhw gyda'i gilydd mewn camp hefyd. Sut mae pethau? Sut ti'n asesu pethau ar hyn o bryd?
Dwi'n stryglo I feddwl gormod am y gêm yr allan cwpio, dwi'n meddwl Del. Oherwydd mae mor bwysig â hynna. Gymaint o edrych ymlaen. Ond yn amlwg, mae'r gêm yna yn cael ei chwarae I ddechrau. Ti'n sbio ar Ukraine ac y ffaith bod yna rhywbeth mwy na Pêl-droed efallai mynd I gario nhw. Ac am y rheswm yna, dwi'n falch mae nid ni sy'n chwarae nhw gynta. Ond pwy bynnag fyddwn ni'n gwynebu, tîm da a her wahanol am wahanol resymau. Fysa'r awyrgylch mewn gêm yn erbyn yr Alban yn Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd ar lefel hollol wahanol I unrhyw beth da ni wedi weld, dwi'n meddwl. Jyst gyda nhw gamu nôl y cae fan hyn. Cymru o ran y garfan, mewn lle weddol gryf ar un o bryd? Tebyg iawn I be da ni'n sôn cyn bob garfan. Mae yna chwaraewyr sy'n chwarae, mae yna chwaraewyr sy'n ddim yn chwarae. Ond beth sy'n bwysig ydy'r amser na cyn y gêm, cwpl o wythnosau efo'i gilydd I wneud yn siŵr bod lefel y ffitrwydd pawb, dim ots faint o Pêl-droed chi wedi chwarae, yn y lle iawn, fyddwn ni'n barod. 5 gêm yma hefyd, mae fel cystadleuaeth arall. Bring it on, beth am hon, 3/4 awr I fynd yn y tymor domestig. Fan hyn, dim newidiadau ran Caernarfon a fe ni'n clywed ar hyn o bryd. Unrhyw newidiadau ran beth chi'n I weld yn yr ail hanner? Chydig bach o wmff gan Fflint yn ymosodol, cymryd chydig bach o risg. A dwi'n mynd I fynd yn groes I ddisgwyl lot o goliau, lot o gyffro. Dwi'n mynd I ddeud fydd hi'n boring, fydd hi'n 0-0. Ag reverse psychology, mae hynna'n mynd I arwain esgoliau. Gwych, na fe, Owain wedi addo. Gyda fwy o gyffro yn yr ail hanner. Pidwch bai o fe, os dyw ddim yn digwydd. Mae'n ddisgwr ar yr egwyl. Rownd derfynol gemau gyfle yw Cymru Premier JD. Mae'n gwpan i'w godi a mae yna un tîm yn mynd I fod yn cynrychioli Cymru yng nghwpan her yr Alban hefyd. Eith Owain draw I ail ymuno gyda'r criw yn y pwynt sylwebu. Disgwyl amdano fe, mae cyn ymsadwr Cymru, Malcolm Allen a Nick Parry.
Welcome back to the Oval, where Caernarfon and Flint Town are 0-0 in the JD Cymru Premier League playoff. Not the most exciting first 45 minutes. Perhaps the talking point of the first 45 might be the
spat between the two managers, Mark.
Between the two managers, just the I don't think I'll make highlights of that one either, by the way. But there is Gibson, there is Griffiths, both with big jobs to do. The final 45 minutes of their seasons. Will they end up victorious, or will they end up
Mark, just remember,
without anything?
You said the last 45 minutes, there could be another 30 minutes, because things are pretty tight at the moment.
Well, I hope
the teams looks like scoring.
I hope they get a bit better than they have been in the first 45, Tommy. No changes at half-time. And Mark Petts blows the whistle for what could be the final 45 minutes of our wonderful Scorio season. Team talks from both managers, Tom, would have said?
Well, it depends on the mindset of the manager, to be honest. I think Neil Gibson would be fairly pleased with his first half performance. They started off really brightly, could have scored early, and came quite strong with 3 or 4 corners towards the end of the half.
Phillips rattles one in nice and early, and is put behind from Laurie Bell. That's more like it. Bit of urgency then from Jake Phillips. He wanted to win the ball, took the ball down the right-hand side and fed one in early to Bratley.
Yeah, so on the other side of the coin, Hughie Griff, I think, as he told his players, let's go and win this game. Let's get some bodies in the box. Let's dispose of the three centre-backs and maybe play 2 centre-backs and push somebody in midfield.
Yeah.
A bit more adventurous.
Maybe. I would push Donahue a bit further forward, definitely. Phillips again with a corner. Whips it across the front. Bobbles around the box. Keeper does well. Bratley's on the edge of the line. He tries to get a foot on it. But I'll tell you what, he makes a good gather there, the goalkeeper. Didn't look that dangerous, but he claims it well on the line.
Did he come off Griff, John? Or Michael Wilde? Certainly the keeper had to react quite sharpish.
Definitely, well done, Jakub Orzinski, 19 years of age. As we said in the first period, his team, Liverpool, who he is on their playing staff, on loan this season at Caernarfon, maybe his last game for him. Should imagine he may go on to their under-23s or something next season. But
certainly had a good grounding in the Welsh Premier League this season.
Tremendous. And speaking to officials of Caernarfon before the game, they said the Liverpool officials were very pleased with his progress of playing in senior football. Again, the back three pass across from John to Bell to Donahue. Donahue. Yeah, Hayes makes an early run. Great ball. Donahue picks out. Usually better than now with his first touch. Rob Hughes has a hell of a ball from Donahue. He was on then, and that's important that he would have dealt with that.
Yeah, so important, you know, for any youngsters watching. You know, you always say about the first touch of a player, that gives you time and space when you've got a good first touch and you bring it under control instantly.
Phillips fires the throw down. Wilde gets the head on. Gossett again. Bell. Foe made a run out wide. Sam Hart gets in behind him. Griffiths. I think he's telling Joseph Foe there, if I'm reading that well, to bend his run more instead of running in straight lines.
Is he banned from standing up, Hugh Griff? Because he'd be sat all game there. Maybe you'd energise his team if he got up.
Well, somebody needs to get up and get this game going. Alex Jones. There are players out there who can make a game explode, Tom. The likes of Rob Hughes, the likes of Alex Jones and Callum Bratley, but they simply just haven't got going so far this afternoon. John. Again gets it wide. Donahue back inside the Cartwright. See, there's 5 players there, Tom, in your own half, with nobody pressing you. Not enough bodies getting forward, like you said. Donahue gets the free kick. Gets it wide to Laurie Bell. Laurie Bell has played abroad in America. Foe can go off either foot, right or left. It's more like it from Sam Hart. He makes a tackle, block tackle. Chance Bradley. Great effort, Bradley, and a superb save from John Rushton. That's more like the Sean Bradley.
But he had to shoot there, Mark. Good effort. One play in the box. Hayes, do you want to win this game? You had no choice there but to have an effort, because there was nobody offering themselves. Just Hayes and 5 or 6 defenders.
Rob Hughes to take the corner. Surely he has to put a bit of pressure on Rushton this time. Hughes right to the back post. Cartwright knocks it back inside. Wasted corner. Too much on the first one. They're the Covey Army.
Yeah, 570 this afternoon, Mark.
There's another good effort for them. We were understood to hear that a lot of them have gone up to support Liverpool to Wembley. A lot of the locals, obviously. And of course, there's 14s and the 18s in the cup finals.
Yeah, plus the food festival in the town itself.
Phillips to Nash. Well, we've had some fantastic games on Scorio this season. I can't see this one making a top 10 at present, Tom. Bratley. Jones. Jones gets it wide to Michael Wilde. Wilde. Gossett again, tidies up. He's had some games so far, Gossett. There's Donahue driving inside. That's what I'd like to see him do more. Just trying to light the game up a bit. Donahue. Well, they're just below us now, and you could just see the lines in front of you now, how they're lined up. Look, Flint in that 4-5-1 row.
Yeah, they're certainly well organised.
Donahue gets a straight pass to Ben Mayer. Harwood. Wild flicks ahead wide, but Cartwright will pick up that. Again, the pass wasn't the greatest. Harrison. Mayer goes back. Edwards. Danny Harrison was part of Andy Morrison's Connors Key when they won their 2 league titles. Congratulations to Andy Morrison. A new job. Is it Director of Coaching for Sri Lanka? Great move for Andy. Watch out, all you Sri Lankan central defenders. Make sure you do things properly. Mayer. Howard wanted the foul. Hughes. Gossett. Another change, Tom, a surprise change. We're bringing these things up, of course, because the game is not exactly setting us alight. Antonio Corbacero and his coaching staff finished at Aberystwyth this week, which was a shock to a lot of people.
Well, I think not to a lot of people. I think it was a shock to everybody that Corbusero's reign has ended at Park Avenue.
Yeah, and they're so promising with the group of players they had there. Disappointed myself to see him go. I know you are.
Yeah, certainly. You know, I think they were building things up.
Edwards
there this season.
Foe. Hart. Shouldn't let him drive into the box like that. Foe gets the shot off. Gossett. Trying to get the cross in. Being well marshalled there. Gossett does really well. Doesn't get the cross in though. Double bit of defending there in the end.
Yeah, for once they had 5 players in the box there, Caernarfon.
Chance here now. Can Edwards break the lines? Bradley's wide. Edwards usually drives inside. Edwards. Phillips did well not to make the tackle then, Phillips. Donahue. Not the best of shots by Donahue.
That probably sums up the game so far, Mark. Just looking a bit more promising earlier there for Caernarfon.
Yeah, he's had some belters this season, Dion Donahue, but that one will make his presentation galaxy. Jake Phillips has been steady as per usual all afternoon. Gossett. Bradley. Mayer drives forward. When he gets forward, he's pretty good, Ben Mayer. He used to be a centre forward for Prestatyn in his earlier days. He's now reverted to a centre midfielder, but that's more like it. At least there was a bit of drive in it from him.
Yeah, a little bit of drive, but there's nothing at the end of it, was there? Just went down a blind avenue there, but livery Megs there from Jake Phillips.
There's one on Rob
Hughes.
Rob Hughes.
You would have liked that.
Well, the other way around, he would have let him know. Hooked out by Joe Foe. There were questions, could the teams raise their game to play? Had this been for Europe, I suppose people have to start posing that question. Had this been for Europe and £250,000, would it have been a little bit more frantic than it is at the moment?
I don't think it would have been, Mark, to be honest.
Great throw in, tremendous throw, great leap as well by Griff John. Tremendous leap. It's got to go in. Phillips stands it up to the back post. Straight out of play.
Yeah.
We've got to get more positive, Tom. There's 55 minutes on the clock. This next 35.
Mark, you have to be honest when you're commentating. Yeah. I mean, at the moment, both sides are just run out of ideas. And last year, it was a complete opposite.
Game of the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
5-3 humdinger between Newtown and Caernarfon.
And you would have put any money on Newtown with the 10-15 minutes to go.
Hughes. Going back into his own half to get the ball. That's more like it, Rob Hughes. Jones makes the tackle. Bratley. He's built this team.
See, the thing is, sorry, Mark, the thing is, this afternoon, Flint have had no width whatsoever in their game. So Michael Wild is working off scraps.
Well, I think Gibson told us at the beginning, didn't he, that I've got a different way of playing this afternoon. We're going to try something different. And his way of playing has just been to stop Caernarfon scoring so far. Hayes chasing the lost ball again.
He's probably right. He's conceded a few four goals twice against them this season.
Benetton play Cardiff. Club Rugby.
Yeah, Friday, 5:45.
How much later does the rugby go than the football, Tom? A couple of weeks? European Championship?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Jones. Again, trying to drive forward hard. They're just starting to get a few more players forward a little bit. As Kai Edwards passes backwards. Ben Nash. Deliberating over the season, Tom. Unfortunately for Barry Town fans, one of the biggest surprises was to see them go down into the Cymru South.
Yeah, well, nobody envisages that at the start of the season, to be honest, Mark.
Harrison, most probably the furthest forward I've seen Harrison in 10 seasons. Mayer, decent ball, asking questions. Hart, Sam Hart gets it back. Bratley, goalkeeper knocks it down, makes the save. Just starting to open a few doors. Flint. Harwood tries to spin his marker. Foe should get the free kick. It's the block tackle in the end by Bratley.
That's a bit better from Flint, that. Mayer plays the ball into Bratley. Sam Hart knocks it back, and a good save by the keeper, actually. He didn't see that till really late, to be fair to him. Hart pulled it back there, intelligent. Bratley with the effort.
Well, so far, Orzinski's done well in goals. He's had a couple of regular saves to make, and he's done them well. Bradley, can he get in behind? Phillips shows too much pace. Bradley does well to keep the ball in play. He'll get himself a free kick. Worked hard to get that. Bradley in front of the Covey army behind the goals.
Yeah, Jake Phillips, he misread that, and I think he thought the ball was going to go out, and Bradley does really well here to reclaim that ball, and then gets a free kick.
Yeah, very clever from Bradley. Left his foot out just to dangle in front of Alex Jones, and this is in a great area now. Surprises me again. It's going to be an outswinger again. They haven't really put pressure on the goalkeepers with these set plays. There's been plenty of them this afternoon, but there's nothing come from them so far. Can they change the fortune? No. Rob Hughes with a free kick, just on the hour. Hughes drills it across. It was different this time. Donahue knocks it back inside. Foe's on the edge. Decent ball in from Foe. Great header away from Nash. Good defensive header. The ball just lumped forward by Phillips. Any players really stood out for you, Tom, this season in the Cymru Premier League?
I think, you know, being a striker, or was a striker, I mean, Declan McManus and Jordan Williams formed a really good partnership up front for the champions.
In easing their way to the title, and both got, 40 goals between them, which is not bad at all. Howard. Wild spins his marker. Howard. Griff Johns had a good game at the back. Can Joe Foe break forward? No. The crowd trying to lift their team. Edwards.
So again, no width, Mark.
No width. It's too narrow. It's too easy to defend. They'll just bank up. Bradley. Bradley to Hughes. Hughes gets beyond Phillips. It gets his team a free kick. Hughes wants a penalty. Alex Jones says you're outside the box.
He's not going to get a penalty, but does really well, to be fair to him there.
He falls down outside the line. It's close, to be fair to him, but he falls down outside the line. There it is, outside. Well done, the referee, by the way. You know, that could have been one of those decisions which could change a game, and I'm glad it's gone the right way for Mark Petch.
His experienced referee, Mark Petch.
Bradley, Gossett over the ball. Caernarfon now with 5 bodies in the box and 2 on the edge. Joseph Foe's on the edge. He hasn't been marked at all yet. If they do it quickly. Mark Petch is addressing Rob Hughes. Rob Hughes, never the quietest of players with referees. Gossett, it's a good wall. Falls back to Foe. Foe gets a shot off. The wall stayed in place. Edwards. What a clash and what a mistake that could have been between Edwards and Donahue.
Yeah, Donahue telling Edwards talk.
Yeah, he's right as well. I think Donahue's hurt himself there as well in that clash. He's definitely hurt himself off the ball. Donahue shouts loud if you look. Well, maybe he doesn't, and that's why the clash is. For me, that's Edwards' ball, by the way. It's coming on to him.
Yeah, but did he say,
It's definitely hurt there, Donahue.
Right, ask you a question, Mark. Benches. Who's going to be the match winner coming off the bench?
Well, if there is a match winner, it has to be a good player off the bench to change this game. I think Kai Jones always does well for me as a 9 for Caernarfon, and he holds the ball up a lot more. So yeah, I would be thinking of bringing Kai Jones on. Definitely.
Because there's no space in behind for Hayes at all, is there?
The dice is going to get rolled. It's got to get rolled by one manager sooner or later to try and win this game. Doesn't look comfortable there, by the way, Donahue.
Yeah, just maybe a bruised hip there.
Well, they'll be without him for the long throw, by the way. And he's one of their better headers of the ball. Michael Wild will be the target. Ben Nash on the near post. Olzinski looks interested as well. Great punch by the goalkeeper. Hughes, his first touch. Brilliant from Ben Maher. Brilliant. That's what you call tracking a player and tracking him properly. Well played. They're on this time though. Bradley. Hughes is on the left-hand side. Had to be played in front of him. What a poor ball from Bradley. Just killed the momentum in the move. Such an easy pass as well.
Yeah. You know, that ball had to be in front of Hughes. Instead, he had to check.
Connor Howard drives down the right-hand side. Griff John again makes the tackle.
Just seeing, you know, the correct weight on the pass is so important. And you just see there.
It's behind him. It's got to be in front of him. They were 3-on-2, by the way, then, for the first time all afternoon. Bradley would be disappointed with that. I tell you, Dion Donohue's still struggling in that box, holding his hip. Phillips fires a throw in. Headed away. Chance here. Edwards with the overhead. Orzinski. Oh, it's a great save from Orzinski in the end. He was under a lot of pressure. It's an untidy save, but it's a good save, definitely.
Did it come off the crossbar?
I think Orzinski gets something on it, yeah.
It's a good hook. Just seen that. Kai Edwards it was.
You might be right.
Came off the bar.
What a throw that is. Orzinski gets it this time. Hughes hooks it away. Hart. Hayes is the break on this time. He has good legs, Hayes, even at 34 years of age. Great touch from Hayes. Got to keep driving. Oh, well played, Hayes. It's just his final ball. May have been better off carrying on.
Yeah, possibly, but Harrison used all his experience there to cut that ball off. No, Edwards would burst from midfield with Hayes.
Great legs from Hayes, 34 years of age. It's showing the overhead again, I think. Is it Orzinski's save, or is it the bar?
Well, a bit of both, maybe.
It's still 0-0.
He's done his job.
It's 66 minutes. There's the overhead. Fourth time of showing. Kai Edwards.
Yeah, I think he punches it onto the post, didn't he?
Like you said, it stayed out, and it's 0-0. Penalties and extra time are starting to look. A couple of our very keen associates next to us, Tom, as well. Dylan Ebenezer and Shauna David are really keen for extra time and penalties.
I think Ebbs is recovering from his Thursday night game at the Lane.
Stop it now. He's sorry he come up. Dylan Ebenezer is sorry he come up, you know.
Well, I wouldn't have mentioned that, but this game's not very exciting.
Donohue tries to put Bradley in. Nash heads away.
Yeah, we need a spark here, Mark. Do you think it's going to come from somebody? Or are we going to go all the way to the death and extra time and penalties?
The smart money at the moment is on a penalty shootout. Or I would like to be on 1-0 either team, by the way. But we're not allowed to bet, of course. But it's 1-0 either team for me now. Cartwright. It's hard to play when you haven't got a target, man. Just looking for to thread it through. And there's no Manchester City players out there at the moment. Phillips. Harrison.
I think he's fortunate there not to get a yellow card.
Phillips has seen something early. Knocks it long for Bradley. Callum Bradley wants a throw. Is given to Caernarfon. Taken quickly. And Griff John, who's marshalled the defence well all afternoon, spreads it wide again to Donohue.
Yeah, well, we can't even say, except for that chance after 30 seconds, Michael Wilde hasn't just been on the periphery of the game.
Yeah. You can say lack of service, but he has. That's the type of ball he would thrive on. Hayes has got in the back here. Rushton comes and collects. Good sweeper keeping in by Rushton.
Well, to be fair, except for set plays, you know, like I said earlier, there's been no width to their game.
Howard. There's no pace at the top either, apart from Bradley, to run in behind. Cartwright. You could see a foul coming there. Doesn't give it. It gets a throw in.
Yeah, he probably should have played Alec Jones there.
John. 4th against 5th in the Cymru Premier League. playoff final. As per usual, it would be for a European slot, but we were a slot down this season, only 3 places, and luckily enough for us, it looks like this 4 will be back for next season.
Yeah, which is really good news for
very important to the clubs.
In general, yeah.
Gossett. There's no pace about the game, Tom. It's not often we've been able to say that this season in this league, because this has been tremendous games all season long, but this one just hasn't caught fire yet.
There's a decent ball in by Donahue there, but again, nobody really attacking that ball with any intent at all.
Bradley, this will be one of the first in-swingers they've tried all afternoon. Every other corner, all day, it's been an out-swinger. Can Bradley change Caernarfon's fortune with a ball into that 6-yard box? Got to attack it when it comes in. Not the greatest of corners from Bradley, doesn't beat the first man, kills all the anticipation. Foe stands one up, straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Howard, Donahue, Hughes, Bradley gets up alongside him. Hughes drives forward. Hughes gets the shot off, doesn't connect. Just rolls into the hands of Rushton. It's a shot on target. It's not a great shot on target.
Has he got cramp, Mark?
I think he might have just kicked the deck. He might have kicked the ground, you know, which has affected his knee.
Team effort.
Nash, Ben Nash. Oh, it's a great flick from Michael Wilde. Howard, not the greatest ball again. I tell you what, Tom, this game has made me ask you what I didn't want to ask you. Who do you fancy for Eurovision? Got to have a few quid on the Ukraine, I think.
Yeah, more than a few quid, I think. But we're not betting men, are we?
No, that's right. Not allowed. Edwards drives forward, keeps going. Edwards, as per usual, drag back, brother against brother. He's being marshalled again, the 4th official. There goes Noah Edwards, goes past Mayer. It's a great run.
Did Hughes foul?
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what
the appeal is.
Yeah.
He body checks him, he does.
Yeah.
It's a smart move from Hughes, which you would expect, but it was a body check he got away with. Rob Hughes. A little bit too far for Hughes. That is a poor free kick, by the way. Gossett, tremendous. Oh.
I think Jake Phillips got away with one there.
The referee wasn't far away from the action.
I know he wasn't, but I don't think he saw it like we did.
Goes to ground.
It's definitely no love lost there.
Carries on. The Gibson and Griffiths show. Wild. That's that Cartwright, like you say, they've double marked him when it's gone forward. Mike Wilde. Cartwright has played like a front sweeper. Griffiths has played in behind, and they've done a great job. Hasn't had a lot of success this afternoon, Wilde, but he still has the potential to turn this game in the last 17 minutes of play. Phillips. Noah Edwards with the header this time. Gossett will compete against Mayer. Mayer goes back to Rushton. Not the greatest of deliveries from Rushton. Nash heads it forward. Foe. Hayes. Little bit of afters there from Hayes on Rushton. Very unlike Mike Hayes.
Just a stop-start game, isn't it?
Oh, he's left one in there, by the way. Yeah, he gets away. You know, you've seen yellows given for that, by the way. So he gets away with one. 75 minutes on the clock. Can we get a winner from either team? Rushton fires it down into Michael Wild territory. That's more like it from Wild. Edwards against Mayer. It's been a good battle all afternoon. That'll be a free kick. Has to give the free kick. You can't moan about that. He's just tugged him backwards. Sometimes players tugged him back and 5 yards away, and then he says, why did you give that?
Yeah, expects the referee to give him a decision.
It's Malcolm Allen, Nick Parry and Owen Tudor-Jones in shot, trying to liven the game up. That was a good show a few years ago, wasn't it? Three Wise Men. Well, the chat at half-time, Tom, was, can the game liven up and give us an end-of-season spectacular? It hasn't delivered yet, but there's still plenty at stake. 14 minutes.
To be honest, Mark, it has been really disappointing.
Can Hughie Griffiths' team break the hoodoo of not having won a playoff final at home? Just gives the players something to remember the season by. You've got 14 minutes to go, lads. Let's shake it up a bit and let's have a winner, eh? Bradley. Phillips territory.
It's obviously, you know, probably a tactic from Neil Gibson. Let's be patient here. You know, keep it tight in the back. And from the set plays, throw-ins, we've got opportunity.
Yeah, but they're starting to get more and more throw-ins. I think that's Phillips' fourth or fifth of the second period.
Yeah, and I think Hugh Griffiths has played into the hands. He hasn't really attacked them, hasn't really had a go at them.
Hall trying to put off the goalkeeper. Wild gets the first flick, goalkeeper stays, headed away by Griff John. Noah Edwards. Gossett. Foul given before the 50-50.
Yeah, Mayer, really clever there.
They lost to the Met in the semi-final in 2019. Caernarfon lost to Newtown in the final last season.
And to be honest, they haven't looked like winning this game either, Mark, to be honest. You can't say they've, you know, created chances. It's been really dull encounter.
Yeah, well, there you go. They say football is becoming a tactical game, but this is a very, very tactical game, and I hope every game doesn't become as tactical as this. You have it and we'll drop off. We have it and you drop off. Gossett. Hayes.
It's the first time he's dropped off and come off the centre halves.
Hughes.
Hayes.
Even Michael Wild in the final third now. Too wide. Bradley changes wings, gets it wide. Chance. Edwards to the back post, headed behind by Alex Jones. It's more like it from Caernarfon. Bit more urgency in front of the Covey Army.
Yes, well, the first time, you know, they got in behind you. No Edwards. Good delivery.
Bradley has to beat the first man this time. He was headed away by Harwood or Phillips the last time. Donohue's on short. If he's got plenty of time to do it now. Didn't do it. Stands up to the back post. Cartwright gets a header. Another corner. Deflection off the defender.
Yeah, Rushton has made some important saves in that penalty shootout last weekend, Mark.
Well, he may be going to another one, the way things are going. Rob Hughes, can he deliver it on the spot? Hayes stands on the goalkeeper this time. Has to put under the bar. Again, looks like there's too much on it. Headed back across. Donahue. Expected an offside. Chance. Big chance for the right back. Flashed across. Laurie Bell guides his header over the bar. That was one of the few chances in the game.
Yeah, he came at him really quickly, to be fair to Bell. Just couldn't get off the ground there to react to that cross.
Donahue with a cross with his right foot. Bell gets the header. 4 or 5 yards out. 80 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes remaining in the playoff final. JD Cymru Premier playoff final. Hughes, that's more like it. Bradley just starting to throw a few bodies forward now, Caernarfon. Foe, back post. It's a decent touch from Hayes. Gossett tries to bend one into the top corner. They're just starting to put a tiny bit of pressure on Caernarfon.
Yeah, as the clock's ticking down towards 90 minutes. A lot better from the Covies there. Good touch by Hayes. Good vision. Picks out Gossett, who tries to curl it. You know,
the technique was right. There. The technique was right.
Yeah,
just the aim
wasn't quite there, Mark.
Harrison. Don't know whether they've pushed Noah Edwards on Caernarfon as a 10 now instead of a 6. It looks like he's just going to get a bit closer to Hayes. I'd like to see that as well. Nash. Decent ball from Nash. Gossett. He's been my player of the match, Gossett. Chance. Hughes. Can he get forward? His first aim is to get into that box. Hughes drives into the box, but the finish is not there.
It's a little bit better from Caernarfon. He's a little bit more positive in the last, 5 minutes or so. Noah Edwards picks out Hughes. One thing in his mind, didn't really get his head up at all. He's going to hit that shot.
Yeah, because he has the ability, Tom, as we know.
Yeah, but the one good thing there, Mark, at least the Covies had 3 or 4 players in the box there for the seconds.
Yeah. Harrison, Nash.
Yeah, I think there's a big difference here, Mark. If you look at the league table, neither of these teams have beaten Bala, TNS or Newtown in the second half of the season. And you can see why.
Yeah, maybe. Goals.
Well, yeah, in the final third of the pitch.
Decent play from Howard this time. Doesn't get the crossover, though. And it's Gossett who gets on it again in midfield. Gossett smashes one forward to Hayes. Hayes scampering after. Good pace from Nash. Showed great bit. Chance here for Hayes. It's great effort from Hayes. He had to do the 50-50. He did it. That's more like it.
Yes, really brave as
well.
Showed
willing.
From Hayes there. Just a punt there. To be fair to Nash, he did well to keep up there. Didn't quite put enough on the back pass. But Hayes chased it down, to be fair to him.
Wild with a touch. Game's passed Jones by a little bit in midfield so far. He's usually very instrumental, and he's had a great season for Flint. Howard starting to see plenty of the ball now. Phillips. No substitutions yet, Tom. Does that surprise you?
It does, actually, yeah.
83 minutes on the clock.
He doesn't say too much to the managers that they're going to depth in their squads.
Well, a goal's going to win it now, Tom. A goal is going to win it now. Edwards fires one in. Laurie Bell heads away. Mayer gets the first header back to Kai Edwards. Phillips. Michael Wild is asking for that early diag. Phillips goes straight with a kick. Cartwright deals with it well. Donahue. Bradley, that's better play from Caernarfon. They have the ability when they're on the ball. I would have liked to see that a lot more in the game. Edwards Bodies forward now. Edwards gets a shot off. It's a great save in the end from Rushton. It didn't look the greatest for shots when he...
No Edwards with the effort there, but Dion Donahue was really screaming at him there to put it back to him on his left foot, but takes on himself and pulls a good save out of John Rushton.
Yeah, that's a great save from Rushton, by the way.
The old 6-yard box there is a bit bumpy as well, Mark, so really good save there from Rushton.
And outswing it again. Rob Hughes. Great header away from Michael Wilde. I think he's had a bang in the mouth there. Welcome back. You go to ground. I think the referee has to blow up. Ball goes in. Chance. Oh, just over the bar. It's Laurie Bell again. He's 6 yards out. Griffiths would not have been on that seat had that at the back of the net then with 5 minutes to go.
Again, O'Donoghue's. Oh, that's Nash it was.
It's Nash. It's Ben Nash. What a ball again from Donahue.
Do you know what I like about those crosses? He puts them in with a whip, but with a lot of pace on them. It's really difficult to defend.
Nash has done well to keep that out of the net then, Tom. Phillips, short corner taken. Joseph Foe. It wasn't Phillips, it was Hughes. Rob Hughes. Will he get another corner? Yes, he does. The set plays. Can they make one count? There's Rushton. He's made most probably the most important save in the game with that turnaround from Noah Edwards. The far post ball again. Griff John heads it onto the back. That's 3 corners in succession now. Can they make it pay? The minutes are ticking away. 86.5 minutes on. Bradley this time. Corner after corner. So many players outside on the edge of the box. Bradley falls to Gossett. Donahue to Gossett. Plenty of bodies in there. Gossett to call out of the speculative shot is...
I'm not too sure about that effort from Danny Gossett.
Extra time.
Just Bromley against Wrexham next Sunday, Mark.
Yeah. Good luck, Wrexham.
So close to the top of that conference, and we'll find out tomorrow if they can go up. Tough away game at Dagenham Redbridge for Wrexham.
John Rushton doesn't seem in too much of a rush. He can't have anywhere to go this evening. And he's not keen to watch the cup final. Rushton drives it long. Goes over the head of Joseph Foe. Any goal now, Tom, surely a winner. Free kick, it's a great, decent play from Bratley. And it's in a great area now. Michael Wilde, surely not. 2 or 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, Bell just gets too close to him.
And you know, Tom, as a centre forward now, any goal is likely to be the winner. What a time to get it. That's why Wilde's picture is in shot there. Right foot or left foot for you, Tom?
I'd go for the left foot, yeah.
I think I'd go for Jake Phillips to stand it across. Interesting. It looks like Sam Hart. Hart or Phillips. Hart puts it into a decent area. Wilde! Hits a post! Michael Wilde. It wasn't the quickest of crosses. He guided his head. You most probably would have expected him to score, by the way.
Yeah, I told you, Mark. I mean, he gets up beautifully there, doesn't he? Michael Wilde gets a real good, powerful contact on it. And on another day,
that
3
is
inches
a
the
winner.
other way, and it's in the back of the net. But great. Great delivery.
First bit of quality of the half. Almost produces. Phillips undercooks. Chance. Big chance that is for Alex Jones. He just hits the deck as the ball comes across. What a chance that is if you're looking back on that. 2 big chances for Flint to win the playoff final. Donahue pushes forward now. Can Caernarfon turn it round with a minute left on the clock? Bradley.
Yeah, there's a majestic header there from Michael Wilde, and another day could have gone in.
Bradley. Can Donahue put another one in? It was a superb ball in Michael Wilde, and know that that was the winner. If it went in, there's 2 minutes added. Extra time is on the horizon, big time, Tommy.
It's interesting, isn't it? Why is it only 2 minutes? No substitutions, no trainers been on the pitch.
Yeah, I agree. Phillips looking for Wilde. John, offside flag goes up.
Hugh Griff driving on. He's telling his players.
Definitely.
Shame he didn't tell them at half time.
Neil Gibson. There's that long ball from Laurie Bell. Hayes tries to get across. Edwards. Edwards has done well all afternoon. Hart fires it forward, as has Griff John. Alex Jones, plenty of space in midfield. Tries to pull one in behind. Bratley. Bell. Does really well in the end, Bell. Griff John hooks it forward. Danny Harrison in the centre circle. Where else? Phillips. Phillips plays a 1-2. Connor Howard, can he put it in early? Wilde awaits. Wilde doesn't get the first header. Superb cross. Maybe a corner. There's 30 seconds left on the clock.
That's taken them 88 minutes to realise to get some crosses in, and Michael Wilde can get at the end of them and he can win the match. Again, didn't quite get a good contact with that header.
Well, it's all or nothing now, Tom. Final delivery of the 92 minutes with 15 seconds left on the clock. Can Flint take the trophy from the Oval? Chance! Wide of the mark. Diving header from Alex Jones goes wide. Great ball.
Oh, what an opportunity to wrap it up. Alex, ooh.
Hits his own man, by the way. Hits Callum Bratley on the line. Does Bratley clear it?
Yes, he does. Referee's in the perfect position. Oh, what an opportunity to clinch it at the death.
The whistle is in the referee's mouth. We will be going for a half an hour extra time. We will take the break on the red button, and we will be back with you on the referee's whistle for extra time.
Nick, diolch yn fawr iawn. Di sgôr fel na mai. A fel na fydd hi? Wel, os fel na fydd hi, byddwn ni'n holl ffordd i gicio'r sbotyn. Gawn ni weld sy'n eithi yn yr amser ychwanegol. Owen Tyler Jones yn cadw cwmni fi wrth ochr y cae fan hyn. Dim yn 90 munud mwyaf cyffroes sy'n ni wedi gweld tymor yma, ond gallai Fflint i dwy'n hwnna reit ar y diwedd.
Wel, o'n i just yn teimlo yn yr ail hanner, dim ond un tîm oedd yn mynd amdani, a Caernarfon oedd y tîm yna. Oedden nhw'n gwthio lot gwell meddiant o ran creu, ond wedyn Fflint gafodd y cyfleoedd mwyaf. Malcs wastad yn deud ydi, mi fydd yna un cyfle. Gath Fflint ddau just yn yr eiliadau ola, a hwn, y dyn yma, nath o fethu beniad, nid just y peniad yma, ond ein arall chydig bach hwyrach. Pêl o safon gan Hart yn fama. Ti'n disgwyl gweld Wilde yn sgorio wrth gwrs, ond gafon nhw gwbl o gyfleon ar ôl hynna yn hwyr yn y gêm, lle fysa Caernarfon wedi methu ymateb, felly ddim llawer wedi digwydd yn yr ail hanner yna.
Dyma hi, y cyfle reit ar y diwedd.
Hon oedd hi de. Hon oedd y... ti'n gwybod, ti'n sôn hitio chwaraewyr dy hun, ac oedd hwnna ar ôl i Mike Wilde methu y bêl yn yr awyr, y cyfle ddo'n ddisgwyl amdana. Dyn ni'n gweld Alex Jones yn fanna, di'n methu coelio'r peth. Ond o ran y tactegau gan y Fflint, tan y munud ola na, doedden nhw'n cweit wedi gwneud digon i ennill y gêm yn y 90 munud, ond o'n i jyst yn teimlo dyna y tactega, efallai bod y gema cyffroes, lot o goliau yn gynharach yn y tymor, bod hynna di dychryn nhw chydig bach yn dactegol, maen nhw wedi dod yma, dynion tôl y bêl, a fydden nhw'n hapus yn mynd i amser ychwanegol. A neb di lyddio. Mae hwnna, dos bosib hynny mynd i newid yn yr amser ychwanegol? Wel, rhyw gymysgedd o ffydd yn y chwaraewyr sydd ar y cae, ac efallai ffydd yn y cynllun gwreiddiol gan y ddau dîm, y ddau glwb. Mewn ffeinal weithiau, mae yna chydig bach o ofn, ti'n isio cymryd gormod o risg, a wedyn beth ti'n weld ydi gêm digon tebyg i beth da ni wedi weld ar hyn o bryd, felly gwn i weld os fy'n rhywbeth chydig bach o wahanol yn digwydd yn yr hanner o'r nesaf yma. Yn amlwg Fflint efo'r profiad da o gweithio Smotin wrthos dwytha. Os o'n i draw rhyw ychydig yn dweud, ni tu ôl i tîm y Fflint fan hyn, a gweld y bwrdd gwyn sydd gan Neil Gibson, byddai'n braf gweld beth sy'n arno fe. Ti'n ni sticio Chris ymlaen, ti'n gweld os allan ni fynd ar y cae? 10 chwaraewr mewn rhes, o flaen y golceid. Na, dwi ddim wedi bod yn glasur, ond beth sy'n taro chi hefyd, mae wedi bod yn dymor hir, ond oedd y ddau dîm cyn y gêm, o lle gweud y pethau cywir, ond o'r chwaraewyr yn gyffredinol, yn hoffi'r syniad o gael chwarae yn ebyn clybau yn yr Alban, felly mae'n dal wobr yno, am hynny, codi yn yno. Beth sy'n gyfel arfer amser ychwanegol? Mae rwy'n sgorio'n syth ar ôl 90 munud di-sgor. Ie, neu bod ni'n gweld dim byd, dim cyfleoedd o gwbl. Gobeithio bod yna newid oherwydd mae cefnogwyr, mae nhw'n heiddi chydig bach o gyffro. Felly, yn amlwg, da ni'n gweld y ddau gapten rwan yn gweld pa ffordd fydden nhw'n cicio yn mha hanner. Ond mae yna reswm pam sam llawer yn digwydd yn yr hanner awr ychwanegol oherwydd mae yna goes y blinedig, ond mae fyny'r chwaraewyr, y capteiniad, jyst i gael y gorau allan, siarad efo'r cyd chwaraewyr i wneud yn siŵr mae nhw ydy'r tîm sy'n gallu cael eu hunan yn y gystadleuaeth na blwyddyn nesaf. Neil Gibson dal yn trafod pethau gyda'i chwaraewyr, y cyfarwyddiadau dal yn bwysig yn amlwg gyda prestatyn yn mynd i weid, neu gyn tîm y Fflint erbyn hyn, maen nhw'n gwasgaru o'r diwedd, a maen nhw wedi cael gwared o amser ychwanegol yn cystadlaethau eraill, ddim wedi digwydd yn hwn. Oedd hi'n braf mynd syth i gicio'r Smotin mewn un ffordd hefyd, ond felly gael ni gyffro nawr yn amser ychwanegol. Yn enwedig os eisiau gwylio cwpan FA, ond dyna fo, hon ydy'r gêm. Dwi'n sbio ar y tacteca yma. Na, sam llawer o'n byd o wahanol, felly rhyw fath gan y Fflint. Gwneud yn siŵr bod nhw'n aros yn gadarn wrth gwrs, a mae dal y pwysais dwi'n meddwl ar y tîm cartre i fynd allan mwyn creu rhywbeth gwahanol, a da ni'n gweld y newid cyntaf ganddyn nhw. Mae rhywbeth cyffroes ar fi'n digwydd. Mae'n eilyddio ar yr ofal. Dyna sy'n digwydd wrth i Simpson dod i'r cae. Mae Rob Hughes sy'n gadael, digwydd bod, sy'n wedi gallu ysbrydoli ar y degau. Falle ddim pnawn mae Simpson mlaen yn ei le, wrth i ni fynd nôl ein tîm sylwebu ni. Cymru Cymru. Malcolm Allen gyda Nick Parry.
Welcome back to the Oval. Dion Donahue there, I think, has just gone up for the toss. Flint will kick off in the half-hour extra time. The Cymru JD playoff final. Caernarfon 0, Flint 0.
Rob Hughes is left.
Yes, I think we've had the substitution on for Rob Hughes. Aaron Simpson will slot into the back. So there will be some sort of technical change there, I think. Yeah, Aaron Simpson. It is Simpson. First free kick of the extra time. Jake Phillips and Sam Hart over the ball again. Take your pick. Do you whip it in left foot? That's a deep line, by the way, Tom. They've gone very deep there from this distance out. Invites a header. Gossett. Again, on the ball. Hayes. One player he didn't want. Defending against him was Mayer. Plenty of legs, Mayer, about him. He tracked back really well.
Yeah, certainly got plenty of pace to burn as Hayes.
Foe started the game really well, Tom. I think it was after 18 minutes or so he said he'd had 5 crosses in, and since he hasn't got one in. Simpson. Donahue. Again into a decent area. Got to attack that ball when it goes in there. Jones. Donahue will have to be careful with the tackle. Jones. That's more like it from Jones. Jones is started to arrive in this game. Bradley, great ball. Sam Hart gets a shot off.
Yeah, they're getting themselves into some really good positions, Flint, but the execution, the final ball, the final effort just hasn't been there. Cuts inside there and blazes it over the bar.
A game too far, this may be labelled as, Tom. A game
you've
too
got to
far.
take into consideration, you know, it has been a long season. I think Neil Gibson says, you know, 48 weeks they've been at it.
Yeah.
So
superb season. Jones, Phillips. Nash will look to clear his lines. Nash looking for Michael Wilde. Wilde against John. Wilde wins the flick. Bratley gets it. Bratley just wanted a bit of contact from a defender on the box edge of the box end. Bratley. Jones puts it in the mixer, headed away by Cartwright. Gossett sends Hayes. Be a good foot race, this one. Hayes against Nash. It's great pace, Nash, for the centre-back, Tom.
yeah, he's impressed me this season.
Yeah. Played his way out as well. Jones fires it forward. Forward. Inside he goes. Just gives the ball away. Cartwright. Bratley. Phillips puts it in his hook behind for another corner. Must be 20 corners in this game between the two teams.
Yeah. Certainly good delivery here from Jake Phillips. Good clearance. Griff John again. Right place for the defender.
Do you see a winner? Obviously, as the two. Oh, Huey Griffiths there. I think the draw was the fair result, by the way. After 90. Hart. Referee picks out something there. Quickly taken. Gossett. Gossett spins out twice. Goes to ground and buys himself a free kick in the end.
Yeah, good skill there. Good drag by Gossett. He's been impressive, along with Griff John this afternoon for Caernarfon.
Bell. Foe. End of season game. Plenty of extra time around at the moment in cup finals. Champions League semi-finals, and Bradley. Connor Harwood loses the ball wide to Foe.
Again, no players in the box hardly.
Got to have a shot from there. This time, Donahue with his right foot. Maybe with the left. Oh, he goes to ground. Not for me. He just fell over. There's a shout for penalties. Gossett. Definitely not for me. I think he just gets his feet stuck in the turf, didn't he, Nash? Alex Jones bombs away. Full of running, Alex Jones. It's great tackle again by John. Donahue still in attack, putting a bit of pressure on Nash. Presses the ball behind. It's who wants it now.
I might disagree with this. I think they're going to show that penalty attempt there.
No.
Yeah.
He fell over.
I know he fell over, but he took the player out. Stopped him getting to the ball. Well, it's a bit of excitement, Mark.
It is a bit of excitement, and it wouldn't have been a normal game, Tom, if we didn't have our yearly argument. But it's not a penalty for me, mate. I think he's fallen over. Jones. Alex Jones wants to win this game. Wins the ball back again. Well played. Tired legs now. Very, very tired legs. Look at the stress these managers go through.
If he'd have fallen in the middle of the park there, that would have been a foul.
I just think it's to give a penalty away. I think it's got to be by intent.
Well, yeah. So, look, he's going to get the ball. The next thing, he falls into him.
I think...
He's on his left foot as well.
I think it's accidental. I wouldn't give a penalty. Sorry, Tommy. It's a disagreement. In it goes. Goalkeeper falls flat on his feet and wants a free kick. And the referee gives the free kick.
The goalkeepers don't mind, do they? You know, all they're looking for is a clean sheet.
Yeah, they can be a hero towards the end of this game. There will be a hero in this game somewhere along the line, whether it's an extra time.
I'm surprised the referee and goalkeeper got the same colour shirt.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a technical error. Here it is again. What do we make of it? I think Malcolm Allen's going berserk on the Welsh channel, saying it was a penalty, but no, he says no penalty, Tommy. So Bradley drives into the box.
At least he's got something that's talking about something.
Bell. Edwards probing forward as he always does. Goes backwards towards Cartwright. Cartwright. It's a decent ball in. Gossett. It's a good take from Gossett. Gossett, surely! Danny Gossett! Could make himself the hero of Caernarfon. That boy has been through everything in the last couple of years. He's come out of it as a champion, and that could be a champion goal for Caernarfon Town. Danny Gossett, brilliant stuff. 1-0 Caernarfon.
Just reminds me of Aguero's winner against QPR those years ago. Takes it wide and then rips it to the back of the net.
Well, Tommy, if we were going to wait for anybody to get a goal, who would have wanted it more? Who could have deserved it more than that boy?
Yeah, superb. Just that brilliant. And then unerringly places in the back of the net.
He's had 2 years out of the game with a big, massive cancer battle, Tom, just to let the viewers know. And
it's a good ball by, Carter as well, to be fair to him. But Gossett takes that absolutely brilliantly. That is top quality finish.
Well, he's been man of the match. That goal could put his name into Caernarfon history. Danny Gossett, what a goal. 1-0 after 9 minutes into extra time. We had to have a bit of quality in the game, Tom, and Danny supplied it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they could be cheering him aloft at the end of the game. Were it to stay as 1-0. Perhaps the tide has been turned now, by the way. The banks of 4 or 5. There's Grippis. Will Caernarfon now bank in and just try and play on the break?
Well, to be fair, when you look at the players and you think they don't want to get to the Scottish Cup, they certainly showed what they meant to them at the end when they scored that goal.
Yeah,
and the whole bench erupted.
Isn't it a bit more special coming from Gossett as well? Free kick given to him. Orzinski's in no rush. He lets the ball go past him. Gossett.
Certainly been very influential.
Thread a good ball, but this is quality.
He just sucked
Kai Edwards into
that, and he just left the ball. Yeah, what he does, he lets the ball come across his body.
Yeah.
And then first touch, opens it out. Second touch, back of the net.
Top draw from the young boy. Brilliant goal.
Doesn't really resonate with the rest of the game, does it, that goal?
No, well, it'll etch itself in the history of Caernarfon Town Football Club if it is the winner. And it was a beautiful end to a massive battle in Danny Gossett's career. Fantastic. I'm sure that Flint fans will allow us to have a bit of sentiment towards Gossett, Tommy, with what he's been through. Nash. Donahue cuts across and defends Gossett. Just fades one into the centre forward position. Edwards, Kai Edwards. Flint simply have to throw bodies forward now. Still, don't forget, 20 minutes in the game, by the way. This is a long time in football. Bradley. Ball stayed in play. Edwards wanted to throw in. It's been a catalogue of errors, the game. One piece of real quality, which gives the Covies a 1-0 advantage. Great effort, Alex Jones. He, if anybody, has led the fight for Flint in the first period of extra time.
Yeah, certainly shown why he's the skipper of this Flint side. Ball drops on the outside of the box there, takes it first time, just cuts across it with his right foot there. A little bit unfortunate, didn't quite catch it right. Had Osinski scampering across his goal there.
Yeah, I tell you what, there'll be some celebrations in this ground at the end of the game if it stays at 1-0. Edwards. Looking for legs now, Tom, in extra time. Young legs like Noah Edwards. That's superb from Edwards. Bradley, surely to drive down in the corner. Interesting to see Donahue still bombing on. Donahue gets it wrong with the right foot.
Some tired players out there now, Mark. You can see there's a big gaps opening up now.
Yeah, gaps usually create chances, by the way. Harrison. Flint still not to make a substitution.
Yeah, I'm surprised Cadwallader hasn't made an appearance.
Yeah, he's a 20 goal scorer when he was at the likes of rhwng company. Cadwallader, he can get a goal, you know. It's bound to be the long throw again from Phillips. Bodies firing into the box. Gibson just sending everybody forward. Just a minute left in the first period of extra time. The Danny Gossett goal separating the two teams. Phillips fires it into the mixer. He'll get a second chance to put it in. Stands it up to the back post. Headed out. Chance. It's one apiece. It's Ben Nash, the centre half, with a left-footed volley. Flint reply. Gibson smiles on his face. Extra time has produced two quite special goals, and Ben Nash answers to Danny Gossett's opener. It's one apiece.
Yeah, again, Jake Phillips, great delivery into the far post there. Smashes that ball into the ground, but I tell you one thing, Nash finished that absolutely superbly.
Brilliant finish from the centre-back.
Just seen, Brackley was, smashes that cross in, probably missed it completely.
Yeah, you talked about tired bodies, Tom. There's not usual to have that amount of room in a penalty area at this stage of a game.
Yeah, certainly. I wonder if last season's coming back to haunt Caernarfon.
There's Gibson.
Didn't quite get over the line last year.
It's one apiece. Ben Nash. It's the end of the first period of 15 minutes. We'll be back when the referee... Well, in fact, I think we'll stay with you during the half-time period. It's Caernarfon 1, Flint 1, and Tommy, unpredictable football. 90 minutes of hardly any entertainment. Final 15 minutes, Gossett opens up with a wonder goal. And the equaliser from Ben Nash wasn't a bad effort either.
I tell you one thing, that was a difficult finish. It was a really good hook into the net. But good quality here for the goal. You know, he said he sucked Kai Edwards into that tackle, let the ball run across him. Clever, but great finish.
Yeah, it is. And I got to congratulate you. It is a bit like the Aguero goal of many years ago. Not quite the same commentary, but Gossett doesn't make a screeching sound like Aguero.
And there's not quite 60,000 in the ground either, but still a great finish. And obviously delight from the coaching staff.
There is no doubt that this is going to have some drama in the next 15 minutes. We've played 105 minutes at the Oval. Gibson trying to get his players going. Griffiths trying to get his players going. We have 15 minutes left on the clock.
They defended so well, haven't they? And then they give Jake Phillips 2 chances. One with a throw, second to the cross. Good cross the far post. Could the keeper have come for that? Possibly, yes, I think. An experienced keeper. There's so much height on that mark. He had plenty of time to come and get that.
It's a hell of a finish, by the way. Ben Nash, of all players, to put the ball away like that with a left-footed volley. Gibson elated, and we're still in the playoff.
He's having a look at the other bench, and
there's no love lost there at all.
But at the end of the game, it's all over, isn't it? And our managers are like that. Let's be honest.
Definitely,
you've got to win. You want to win.
15 minutes. Who will represent the Cymru Premier League in the Scottish Challenge Cup? Flint or Caernarfon Town? 15 minutes to go. Penalty shootout on the horizon, Tommy. Foe puts the ball back in.
What do you think that goal will give Flint the momentum to go on to win the game?
Well, the game can be one, like you said, because there's so many tired bodies out there. The mistakes will be made. Maybe not so many technical mistakes, but it's marking players. Great ball in from Bell. Hayes goes to ground. Still no substitutions. Harwood. Cartwright does well. Gets it off to Joseph Foe. Foe will get a run. Mayer drives him down in the corner. Cartwright, bodies in the box. It's a good run from Bradley, goes to ground, barged over by Edwards. It's gone over too easy. Experienced referees won't give penalties for anything like that.
Yeah, I tell you, when Ben Mayer's got a good engine on him,
great engine,
real good shifting. I'd like to see how many kilometres he's covered this afternoon.
Rushton and Orzinski will now be involved in a massive way in this game. Nash. And yet again, Tom, to be brutally honest, has any team deserved to win it outright so far? Or is it just about par for the course, the 1-1?
Yeah, I think it's been neck and neck, really, hasn't it? There's not too much to choose between either team.
Nash. Phillips. Put the ball in a lot earlier, Phillips, and he's getting a bit more success. He put the cross in for the goal again. How mentally, Tom, when you're a player in this type of situation, how long before that final whistle do you start thinking, I wonder if I'm going to take one of them penalties? It does play on your mind. You've been there. Actually took a penalty, I think, Tom, I was reading the other day when you won the Welsh Cup for Lanfrancaith.
Yeah, I did, yes, yeah, many moons ago. It
plays on your mind, definitely, don't it, with the time ebbing away.
You're just trying to win it, but we were hanging on, I think, and Barry got a late equaliser, so we didn't have too much time to think about the penalties, but
you can just make you as a footballer from 0 to 0 in no time at all, these penalties. We all know that. Cartwright's played well in the holding role in midfield. Gossett, for me, still has stood out more than anybody.
Yeah, he was Malcolm's man of the match, actually.
Right.
Mark, yeah.
Right.
So you got that one right.
About time. Rushton. Wild. There's the tiredness, where Wild becomes unopposed there. And again, you wouldn't have seen that in the first half hour. It's been a footballing marathon this season. Edwards to Bell. Bell's done well. Laurie Bell, Tom, first time we've seen him. He's done really well.
Seen him, yeah, he's been decent. Yeah.
Donahue surely will be one of the penalty takers. Great ball, Donahue. Alex Jones tracks again.
He's got that in his locker, hasn't he, Donahue? He can ping a 50-yard ball
Bradley. Edwards. Donahue. Tries to send one in, he goes past the player and puts one up to the far post. Just gets too much on the end. He gets himself a free kick though.
Yeah, Alec Jones just a little bit late there.
It's a tired tackle from Jones. Donahue still trying to push his team forward. Shake of the hands there. Great sporting gesture between the two players then. Jones drives him down into the corner and does catch him late.
Good position though.
Yeah, and with Donahue on it, you can expect this flashing across the 6-yard box. Bratley just standing on the edge. Joseph Foe could be rolled in here on the edge of the 18. There's nobody picking him up. Joseph Foe is in acres of space on the edge of the box. Why aren't you asking for the ball?
Gossett's also just outside the D as well.
Donahue. Referee just, as per usual, don't get pushing each other this time of the game, lads. You could cost your teams dearly. I don't know whether the viewers could see Joseph Foe on the edge of the box there. He's surely got to play him in. Donahue. Opts to put it across. It's a wasted cross as well. Too much on it. Chance to get it back in though. It's Gossett. Gossett whips it across the front. Bratley heads away. Foe helps it back in. Howard. Bratley's in. First time ball. Jones has chased everything all afternoon and he's still chasing, but he had no chance with that one, by the way.
I think Bratley's legs have just gone there. It'd be quite interesting, Matt, if Flint go all the way to the end of extra time without bringing a sub on.
Yeah, well, Flint won a penalty shootout last week, obviously, against Pêl-droed. Oh, well, great run. Too much on the ball. Too much on the ball, even for Donahue then. Yeah. He's disappointed. It was quite an easy ball, but maybe the tiredness has counted against Edwards then. That's why Donahue looks so frustrated.
Yeah. Certainly the weight of the pass again is so important there.
They surely go into this with a bit of confidence if it is a penalty shootout. Flint, after winning last week's one against Pêl-droed.
Yeah, I think as Mark, they were at home last week, weren't they?
Yeah.
And it depends which end of the pitch.
There will be a big
few
difference.
100 Covey supporters behind there trying to put them off. So I think they're going to be...
Nash gets too wide. Phillips again. Can he put that early die again? Wild expecting it. Knocks it right back down. It's hooked away by Cartwright. 8 minutes left. Is there a winner? Or is there a penalty shootout? Donahue gets in first. Cartwright. Great ball. Donahue. Bradley. Oh, just gets it caught between his feet.
He's got a bit of cramp as well there, I think.
Is that penalty cramp or cramp? Two different age scales as well with the goalkeepers. John Rushton's 31, Jacob Orzinski's 19. What a way that would be to end your loan spell from Liverpool to win the cup by saving penalties.
Yeah, I think we might well see Bradley going off here. Kai Jones might replace him because he's struggling.
Edwards still driving forward, to be fair to Edwards, always trying to make things happen. Chance, oh, great defending from Nash. Nash, by the way, has had a marvellous game for Flint. He's defended well and he's dragged his team back in with a wonderful goal.
Yeah, Edwards as well, yeah. Shot against his brother.
Silly free kicks at this stage of the game can often cost you. Bradley stays down. Howard, it was, I think, who gave the free kick away.
Untidy there.
Donahue again will deliver. Yeah, Kai Jones. What a time to come on and get a goal for a team who you played for plenty of seasons. It'll be Bradley most probably who comes off. Yeah, Bradley comes off. Will Jones come on?
Yeah, makes way for Jones.
Great time to come on as a substitute. 5 minutes.
Can make a name for himself here.
Well, Donahue, he does put it to Foe. Foe, Gossett, surely not. Great closing down. Brilliant closing down. Oh, Howard, 1 against 1. Edwards. Does he do enough, Howard? Surely not. He's gone all the distance. Brilliant, Noah Edwards. Absolutely brilliant. Talk about playing for your team. He was beaten 40 yards out. He tracked back and got one of the tackles of the season in. Tell you what, Tom, that's players playing for you.
Well, if Caernarfon...
Donahue is flying forward. Donahue, can he go all the way? Donahue! Donahue! It's Donahue! Oh, what a goal from the captain and skipper of the Covey Army!
Offside.
Offside, he's travelled 60 yards.
Yeah, Jones got a touch. That's a
This
big
is
shout,
a big shout. The replay will be so interesting. Does Jones get a touch? Oh, and they're going at the other end. Can we have a dramatic final here? Wild. Edwards again. Brilliant. Gets rugby tackled in the end by Alex Jones.
Players falling over everywhere here.
Everybody waiting for the replay on the goal, by the way. Kai Jones says, what's going on? What a finish to a game that would have been for Dion Donahue and Caernarfon. Yeah, it is Donahue. He's picked the ball up 50 yards out.
Oh yeah, he's miles off mark.
He's offside
by a country mile.
Great decision by the young linesman, by the way. Well played indeed. Yeah.
Well, actually, he didn't touch it.
No, but he's interfering, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's interfering. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah.
But he's interfering. He's in the way of the goalkeeper. He's in there.
Yeah, right in the line of vision of the goalkeeper. So no complaints there, really.
Donahue. Caernarfon showing they want to win this game. Donahue. Bell. Donahue's trying to grab this game by the hand in the last couple of minutes. He's just trying to set the shot up, Tom, isn't he? You could see him. Cartwright to Donahue. Donahue gets it wide. Bell. Little triangles of passes. In it goes. Kai Jones trying to get in. Kai Edwards hooks away. Alex Jones hooks it. Heads it on. Bell. Noah Edwards. Comes back on his left hand. Donahue gets that shot off. He was been waiting to get that shot off. Free kick, I think he was after.
Yeah. Just in this charge by Donahue down there. It's a defender, actually. That's an interesting one. Hits it against the defender, then comes across the goal.
This is a penalty making substitution, surely. Callum Bratley comes off. You weren't on penalties then, Callum. Mark Cadwallader looks like coming on.
3 minutes to go.
Mark Cadwallader, the Jack Grealish haircut in the Cymru Premier League.
It's end-to-end stuff there, you know. There's a brilliant defensive block by Noah Edwards before Caernarfon broke up the other end.
Well, I tell you what, Tom. You have to feel sorry for Donahue. What a goal that would have been to finish the season off for Caernarfon. Some of these players are so tired.
Seeing here, what a tackle that is.
Fantastic.
By Noah Edwards. Absolutely fantastic tracking back. Not many players would have recovered like he did there.
That is brilliant, by the way. There's a minute and a half left on the clock. The penalty shootout awaits. Phillips puts it in the box. Goalkeeper punches. Mayer knocks it back in. There's definitely tired legs now. It's Alex Jones who's popping up everywhere at the moment. Phillips, they haven't got out at all, Caernarfon yet. Chance. Wild doesn't connect that well. Orzinski just warms up for the shootout.
Wild hit the post in the last minute of ordinary time, and that's another close call.
Donahue again. Tell you what, looking at Donahue when he's pushed forward, you'd have fancied him in midfield a bit earlier in this game. Edwards. 30 seconds left on the clock. Can there be a dramatic winner at the Oval? Foe, Cartwright. Hayes has got himself a bit of space on the edge of the box. Hayes stands it in the mixer. Bell gets the winner for Caernarfon. There's no doubt about it. The right back bombs forward. The ball from Hayes is in, and Laurie Bell heads Caernarfon towards the Scottish Challenge Cup. Caernarfon 2, Flint Town 1.
Oh, quality goal again. Hayes, very patient build-up from the Covies there. Cartwright again, and this is Hayes. Just looks up and he just dinks a little ball into the 6-yard box there, and Bell really attacks it superbly at the far post.
That's Bell's third header of the game, Tom, from the same situation, so he fancies himself, and that is a great finish from the defender. What a leap, right in the corner. What a brilliant goal for Caernarfon.
He's a big lad. That was a terrific header. Oh, that's a delightful ball by Mike Hayes, though.
It's a great ball.
He looks up.
He found himself a bit of space, didn't he?
And he picks up the runner, puts it in an area where he can attack, and in it goes.
Laurie Bell has almost definitely sent Caernarfon on the way.
Orzinski's really happy.
What a goal to finish a dramatic game. It wasn't the greatest 90-minuter, but extra time has been magnificent. And fair play to both sets of players. Their effort and commitment has been tremendous. Phillips, surely not.
Surprised the keeper hasn't come up.
Yeah, obviously. Phillips, in it goes. Orzinski on the line. Header, Alex Jones over the bar. Just give everything, Jones. Absolutely everything. How important was that Noah Edwards tackle a couple of minutes ago, Tom?
Well, priceless.
The Covies, they're on their way to Scotland.
If they get drawn away from Omark.
Yeah, I'm sure they love it.
But any, you know, I mean, it's a competition which we've enjoyed. Scottish followed it, and it's been brilliant.
Commiserations, it looks like, to Flint, who've had a fantastic season. Neil Gibson and company, well played. And there's the final whistle. Hughie Griffiths' Caernarfon Town win the Cymru League playoff final by 2-1. Laurie Bell with a 120th minute winning goal.
Yeah, dramatic
heartbreak for Flint. Congratulations to Caernarfon Town, and we will be back with you, I should imagine, for the presentation ceremony. Thank you for your support all season from myself and Tommy Morgan. It's been a pleasure bringing the Cymru Premier League towards you. We'll be back for the presentation of the Cup in a couple of minutes.
Hew, mae'r gwyn yn gweud y cyfan, mae'r ymateb i'r gol yn gweud y cyfan. Just faint mae hwn yn golygu glwb Pêl-droed Caernarfon?
Mae hwn yn anferth. Tro cyntaf ni cael troffi yn y Welsh Prem. Ti'n meddwl, just anffodus mae'r Ewrop ddim yma. Just i roi rhywbeth yn ôl yn ôl blwyddyn diwetha. Mae'n magic. Ti'n meddwl, just mor emotional ar y funud. Ond just mor hapus. Mae'r game yn anferth. Ti'n meddwl, dod i'n neud. Mae promise y goals. Yn y dan y diwedd yno. Ond y ddau dim di blino. Ond ti'n meddwl, falle ni heiddi o'n diwedd.
Ac am gêm Hew, yn feddyliol yn gorfforol, o'ch chi'n edrych mor flinedig mas yna, ond siwr gymaint o gymeriad gyda'r tîm yma?
Ie, dwi'n ddau pobl di cwestiwn ni dros y catche, ond fel di'n neud, dyn ni aros efo'i gilydd, a ti'n clywed pawb yma rwan. So, just, peth yw mae'n lladd ni, ond mae hwn yn masif i ennill cwpl yna, ni gael y champagne ar ôl diwedd y gêm yma, so mae hwn yn andros o bwysig, so dwi'n chuffed a bit, so yno.
A'r 2 gol hefyd, Hew, 2 gol o'r safon ucha hefyd?
Ie, dwi'n meddwl golion nhw dda, oedd y golion wych heddiw, tîm ddim yn mynd i diffyn crosio ddim mynd i fewn, ond gol reit yn clad y gêm, mae'n magic i ni, ond y receiving end blwyddyn diwetha, ond o hwn dydy'n just mynd i fewn i gyfle fe hein a cael noson gwych, de.
Lew llongyfarchiadau, joiwch yr Alban.
Diolch yn fawr, hwn di'r tîm gorau mynd i'r Alban dde, efo'r cefnogwyr yma. Hwn sy'n mynd i roi y gynraedd ar y map, so gen i mynd i ffwrdd efo nhw gyd rwan. Ond dal i fynd,
Dyna be chi eisiau gweld ar ddiwedd gêm Pêl-droed. Hugh Griffiths yn dathlu. Digon o ffrindiau ti'n yr Alban, ti'n mynd i rybuddio nhw bod y cofis ar y ffordd?
Pwdi hwn da! A chwarae teg, ti'n gwybod be? Allan coelio be da ni'n ei weld yn y rhan o'r dwytha yna, ond i ddim yn gweld hynna'n digwydd. Oedd y 90 munud, nhw'n i anghofio am hynna. Beth sôn amdano fo, beth bythoedd eto, yr hanner awr amser ychwanegol na welson ni, campus. A ti'n gwybod be? Yn yr adegau yna, beth ti angen fwy na dim? Oes ti angen talent, ti angen cymeriad. A dwi'n meddwl mae Hugh Griffiths, mae gan efo lot o gymeriad, a mae hynna'n dod allan yn ei dim o.
Mae yna oil fwyd yng Caernarfon heddi. Fi'n credu mai fan hyn bydd yr rhan fwyaf o'r byblu yn cael ei chwistrechi. Mae yna gwpan fach i'w godi hefyd. A werth nodi hefyd, mae Trevor Lloyd Hughes y cyn Lewis sy'n cyflwyno'r tlws. A hyfryd gweld Trevor yma hefyd. Gwrs yn ei gymaint i Pêl-droed yng Ngogledd Cymru a draws y flynyddoedd. Ond Caernarfon, chi'n barod am hyn? Yn codi'r cwpan, Dion Donahue, capten Caernarfon, yn ôl mae tymor yma, di ysbrydoli nhw tymor yma. Llongyfarchiadau enfawr i Caernarfon, enillwyr gem ail gyfle, uwch gyngrau'r Cymru JD 2022. Mae yn drueni bod dim Ewrop, meddyliwch dros nhw'n dathlu hynny hefyd, ond oedd pawb yn gwybod hynny dechrau'r tymor, ni'n gwybod beth yw'r sefyllfa. Sa'n credu bod Caernarfon yn poeni gormod ar hyn o bryd am hynny?
Ond ti'n gwybod pe, mae un o'r tîm hyfforddi newydd deitha fi, sef un blwyddyn dwytha sa'n ni'n Ewrop, felly mae o yn rhywbeth sydd yn mynd i chwarae'r i meddyliau nhw chydig bach, ond dio ddim ots rwan, mae nhw'n gwybod reit. O flaen, ar ddechrau'r tymor, dyma dy nod, ar ddechrau'r gêm heddiw, dyma dy nod, maen nhw wedi cyrraeddi, ag lle bynnag, a pwy bynnag fydden nhw'n chwarae yn y gystadleuaeth tymor nesaf, mi fydden nhw'n edrych ymlaen.
Mwy ymateb nawr, Gwr sgoriodd un o'r goliau i Caernarfon am gol oedd hi, ser yn y sioe Danny Gossett.
Danny, mae'r golygfeydd fan hyn ar yr ofal yn gweud y cyfan am gêm, am gol hefyd nes di sgorio. Siwr mae'r emosiynau'n teimlo?
Ffantastig. Dwi'n methu rhaid o fewn i geiriau. Mae feddwl lot i'r clwb. Wedi colli'n llais yn gwyddi trwy'r gêm, ond ia, ni mewn di curo'r gêm efo'r gol na, ond chwarae teg i Fflint i ddod yn ôl, ar ydyn yn Caernarfon ond falch iawn o ddim mynd i penalties yn môs yn gallu cyferyd un.
A i fod yn deg, oedd y 90 munud siwr o fod ddim yn gret ar amser ychwanegol. Nath dy gol di newid y cyfan, dyma?
Do, eto, o'n i'n gwybod ni ar y half turn, un o'n eisiau gweld y rhwyd, o'n i'n gwybod ddim yn fewn. So hapus iawn i sgorio, ond mwyn am byd, mae'n feddwl lot i'r clwb, dwi'n meddwl. Yr troffi gyntaf maen nhw wedi gael ers bod yn y gyngraedd, so, da iawn.
A o ran y wobr, Danny, chi off i'r Alban, mae Hugh newydd weid, so chi yw'r clwb gorau i gynrychioli'r gyngor, faint ych chi'n disgwyl mlaen?
Gêm arall edrych ymlaen at, paratoi at y gêm yna at y tymor nesaf, so edrych ymlaen at o.
Danny, llongyfarchiadau enfawr. Na i adael i ti fynd i fwynhau gyda'r tîm, llongyfarchiadau.
Diolch Sioned, am ei fyddan nhw yn mwynhau heno, dim ymheuaeth am hynny. Dewch i ni weld y gol sydd wedi sicrhau'r fuddugoliaeth yma. Felly, a tro cyntaf i fi, Owain, gweld i chi sydd wedi'n cadw lawr y pwynt sylwebu.
Gol dda, chwarae teg. A ti'n gwybod be oedd y pwysau ymlaen, ond y ddwy ochr y cae oedd Fflint wedi cael eiliadau lle ti'n meddwl, ydy hein yn mynd i gael y cyfle? Ond y Bêl yn syrthio, Bêl yn yr awyr, sbia ar un. Methu cadw'r emosiwn tu fewn yn fanna. A maen nhw'n heiddi, oedden ni yma blwyddyn dwytha rownd derfynol i gyrraedd Ewrop a'r tor calon reit ar y diwedd. Di o'n ddim cweit y fath, mae rhaid i ni fod yn onest am hynna, ond dal i fod mewn lwyddiant, ti'n cael codi'r tlws, ti'n cael dathlu, mae'r champagne na, mi yna lot o hynna'n cael ei yfad heno, dwi'n meddwl, ac mae'r clwb yn heiddi llwyddiant.
Just yn feri gloi, yw e'n gallu neud rhywbeth, yw e'n rhyw sparc i Caernarfon ar gyfer tymor nesaf?
Yndi gobeithio. Cyrraedd Ewrop ydy'r nod. Sud, dio ddim ots gen nhw, gorffen y 3 ucha, neu drwy y gem yma, neu Cwpan Cymru, dio ots gen nhw, sa'n wrth i bodda.
Maen nhw'n hapus fan hyn ar yr ofal. Diolch yn fawr iawn am y cyfni dyna ni o ran y tymor domestig, lot mwy i ddod o ran sgorio dros yr haf gan ddechrau. Wythnos nesaf ni nôl mor gyflym a ni disil nesaf, ni'n mynd i Wembley, ni'n dilyn Wrexham. Welwn i chi yno, ond am y tymor domestig. Mae wedi bod yn dipyn o dymor. Mae wedi braf cael eich cwmni chi. Mae wedi bod yn braf cael tymor llawn hefyd. Am stori ni ar y diwedd. O'r ofal, hwyl fawr i chi.